over here is too dark in here.
Hold on, I got you. Wait a minute. I got too much
Oh, so
crap
that's how I share screen. Fun. Hey guys, we're learning how to do this. Bring that light over here.
Is
It's
that my
way
hair?
too dark.
If I need to unplug my light.
Ah!
Sorry.
Don't blind me.
Might be. Do I need my lamp? Sorry.
Can we like point it up? Point it up. Just
I know how to tell you a campfire story. Just like that.
like further, like pointing at the ceiling or like closer.
Honey, she don't work like that. I don't think she worked like that.
Okay.
Should I just turn on my overhead light? Sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm trying to get in my
I'm so sorry.
Hold on. Is there like
Here.
is
You play around. Let me know how this looks.
I mean it's dead now. That looks good.
Looks fine.
That looks fine.
Okay, Joe.
Just
All that working for what? I just blinded myself.
Exactly. Now you know how I feel that you blinded me every 2 seconds. For the sake of people not seeing the top of your bed. We're just gonna scoot it down.
Guys, don't look.
All
look.
we see is your butt.
Yeah. All right. Do you want a blanket? I just realized I have one. You don't.
I can just like,
Do you want a blanket?
stick my feet.
Oh, my headphones.
Please don't throw them at me.
I didn't throw them at you. I threw them at my bed.
To our singular viewer, how does the audio sound? Does it sound normal? This is great.
Oh, dang. The exposure is like so bright.
Listen. I said sound, Jordan, sound! And we have a chat! You can message the chat!
I appreciate the effort. You're doing great.
Oh my gosh. That's hilarious.
I appreciate it.
We have a chat. We appreciate you. We have a chat. You can message the chat.
Oh, for that, can I get a ride?
Yes, you can get
Perfect.
it.
That's better. Oh god, you can see my stack of books in the corner.
Yeah, that's all the stuff that she has to read. Everything. She has to read all of it.
Not everything. Well, I am reading all of it, but like some of the stuff I've already read, I'm just rereading it to annotate it later. You said it sounds good. Thank you, honey.
Thank you.
I appreciate you.
Emotional support.
Just learn there's a delay.
Oh my goodness.
They were great at this.
Listen, we are great at this. We're doing good. We're doing great. It's on. People can hear us. Or
But they
one
can't.
viewer just doesn't use the chat.
My boyfriend can hear us.
That's what he said.
Good
He said it
information.
sounds good.
Yeah, I said it sounds good, looks good. There's a delay apparently.
Well, I mean, that's natural.
Yeah.
But anyways, we're joined by our buddies. This is Kenny.
Kenny the capybara.
Kenny, the emotional support. Weighted capybara.
Yeah, he's an anxiety capybara.
Does he have anxiety? Does he
help-
help anxiety?
Does he help cure
Who
it? No one
knows?
knows.
Who knows?
And then I have Phoebe.
Yes. And then we're
Penguin Phoebe.
we are reading Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. I think that's how you say his last name.
Oh, I thought it was weird. Andy Weir.
Don't worry about it. Andy Weir.
Sorry for butchering.
Andy
Whoops.
Weir. It's already begun, guys. But it's a sci-fi novel. There's a movie coming out featuring Ryan Gosling in March. It's coming out in March.
March.
Yes.
Cool. I didn't know when it was coming out. I knew it was
My partner in crime,
I knew-
everybody.
I knew it was. Hey now. I knew it was. Calm down. I knew it was the early months,
Okay.
but
It
I
comes-
thought it was like February.
No. It comes out in March, like 16th, I think.
By 1 month.
And we're reading it before we see the movie because we want to.
That's how things work.
I can't take you seriously.
What is
At
it? Phoebe?
all.
Is it Phoebe?
Yes.
It's Phoebe.
No, it's you. You're the problem.
Hey guys.
This is for John, Paul, George, and Ringo. Whoever those people are.
Ringo.
Yeah. That's what the dedication says. It says for John, Paul, George, and Ringo. Oh. Thrust configuration.
What?
We have diagrams. Hold on. We have a diagram. Fridge. How to
Fridge.
for the thrust configuration. Whatever that means. Space.
We're such children.
Hey, I'm 21 years of age. Thank you very much. Why is the top of the spaceship called Beatles?
Hey, they mentioned Ringo earlier.
This is wait.
Hey,
What are the names of all the Beatles? Is it John, Paul, George, and Ringo? It is John. Oh my gosh! It's all
God,
coming together,
I
guys.
feel so stupid now.
It's all.
Might be.
So yeah, because look, see the top. The top is called the Beatles. I don't know
Is
if
it-
you can see that,
wait, is
but
it
it's called the
spelled-
Beatles.
It's not spelled
It's not
correctly.
spelled it, but when people can find jokes and what maybe the Beatles pop up later. In the
Oh my
book.
god, I hope so.
Anyways, yeah, so we have
The main character just listening to Yellow Submarine on a spaceship.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. But yeah, we have diagrams for spaceship and apparently a Beatles, dedication,
reference.
Beatles reference.
I miss really like the
we-
Beatles.
Well, we might. There's a possibility we'll have to come back to this to figure out what they're talking about.
Shall I make note?
Of what?
Beatles reference here.
Beatles. Just go to the dedication. Beatles reference here. All right. Project Hail Mary. Do you want me to read first?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, comfy.
First off, great first sentence. What's 2 plus 2?
I gave up math a while ago.
Weren't you just talking the other day about 2 plus 2 is the
Yeah,
1984 reference?
1984, yeah. It's a
Yeah,
reference to
okay.
1984.
So-
Well, I don't know if it's a reference to 1984.
dog? I
but,
don't remember. It's been a minute since it's been several years since I
but
read
that's
that
what
book.
that's what they kept asking the main character.
Okay.
At the end of the book.
All right. We're finally reading now. 8 minutes into the stream. We're finally reading. What's 2 plus 2? Something about the question irritates me. I'm tired. I drift back to sleep.
Real.
Me too. Me too,
Real.
bro. A few minutes pass, then I hear it again. What's 2 plus 2? The soft feminine voice lacks emotion, and the pronunciation is identical to the previous time she said it. It's a computer. A computer is hassling me. I'm even more irritated now. What does that say? Lurm. Lurm. It's literally just LRMLN. What? Lurm, I say. I'm surprised. I meant to say leave me alone. A completely reasonable response in my opinion, but I failed to speak.
I'm liking this guy. He's got some sass.
Good. I hope Ryan Gosling pulls off the sass.
Yes, please.
Incorrect, says the computer. What's 2 plus 2? Time for an experiment. I'll try to say hello. Hello? Sounds like Stitch. Hello? Hello? I say incorrect. What's 2 plus 2? What's going on? I want to find out, but I don't have much to work with. I can't see. I can't hear anything other than the computer. I can't even feel. No, that's not true. I feel something. I'm lying down. I'm on something soft, a bed. I think my eyes are closed. That's not so bad. All I have to do is open them. I try, but nothing happens. Why can't I open my eyes? Open. And open. Open, dang it! Ooh, I felt a wiggle that time. My eyelids moved. I felt it. Open! My eyelids creep up, and blinding light sears my retinas. Us earlier when we were trying to figure out that lamp.
I know the feeling, man. The feeling.
I love how I got all of the fresh out of who knows what, can't speak.
Fresh out of REM sleep.
Glun, I say. I keep my eyes open with sheer force of will. Everything is white with shades of pain.
With shades of pain.
50 Shades of White.
Why was this me waking up this morning taking a shower?
You're just like,
I was like,
just like, God, what happened?
Are you there? It's me, Margaret.
It's me, Margaret. Okay. Eye movement detected. My tormentor says, what's 2 plus 2? She really wants you to know what 2 plus 2 is.
She gotta make sure that basic math, man.
Yep. The whiteness lessens. My eyes are adjusting. I start to see shapes, but nothing sensible yet. Let's see. Can I move my hands? No. Feet? Also no. But I can move my mouth, right? I've been saying stuff. Not stuff that makes sense, but it's something. Incorrect. What's 2 plus 2?
God, this is 1984 all over again.
Yup.
I'm having flashbacks to senior year.
The shapes start to make sense. I'm in a bed. It's kind of oval shaped. LED lights shine down on me. Cameras in the ceiling watch my every move. Creepy though that is. I'm much more concerned about the robot arms. I beg your finest pardon, huh? The 2 brushed steel armatures hang from the ceiling. Each has an assortment of disturbingly penetration-looking tools where hands should be. Can't say I like the look of that. I love this man already. What's his name? Ryland Grace.
Yes,
I like you.
Ryland. You have my stamp of approval.
You have my stamp of Ooh, I say. What was that too?
He sounds like he's trying to power up.
That's the sound of the Windows machine trying to get on.
It's the sound of the old Microsoft computer startup.
Yup. Incorrect. What's 2 plus 2? Dang it. I summon all my willpower and inner strength. Also, I'm starting to panic a little. Good. I use that too. Four. I finally say. Correct.
Oh, that's what he was trying to say.
Four.
I couldn't figure out what he was trying to say.
Girl. What did you think he was trying to say? He was asked a question.
No. Does anything else make sense beforehand?
Okay. Thank God I can talk. Sort of. I breathe a sigh of I'm also having a stroke. I breathe a sigh of relief. Wait. I just controlled my breathing. I take another breath. No, on purpose. My mouth is sore. My throat is sore. But it's my soreness. I have control. I'm wearing a breathing mask. It's tight to my face and connected to a hose that goes behind my head. Can I get up? No. But I can move my head a little. I look down at my body. I'm naked.
That's really unfortunate.
I'm naked and connected to more tubes than I can count.
Yikes.
There's one in each arm, one in each leg, one in my gentleman's equipment, and 2 that disappear under my thigh. I'm guessing one of them is up where the sun doesn't shine. That can't be good. That's truly unfortunate, my dude.
That is quite unfortunate.
Gentleman's equipment.
You got it right, Gosling.
Yeah, we gotta see that part specifically.
That's not what I meant.
I know, but I had to say it to make it worse for you.
You do hate me.
Yes, I do. Also, I'm covered with electrodes. What? I'm covered with electrodes.
Both of us just going, huh?
Uh-huh. The sensor type stickers, like for an EKG, but they're all over the place. Well, at least they're only on my skin instead of jammed into me.
I would prefer that, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds nice. Woo, I wheeze. I try again. Where am I? What's the cube root of 8? The computer asked. Absolutely not. I wouldn't be able to. I don't know that. I'd be like, can I Google it really quick?
I memorized it for like trig years ago, but I
that
don't
was
remember
years ago.
That
was
my
like junior year of high school.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not. Where am I? I say again. This time it's easier. Incorrect. What's the cube root of 8? I take a deep breath and speak slowly. 2 times e to the 2I pi. What?
Wait, didn't it say on the back that he didn't have any memories? How the heck did he remember that?
Wait, hold on. He can't even remember his whole name, let alone the nature of his mission or how to complete it. Bro, I guess he just knows
But he
math.
knows
Math?
Apparently. He knows algebra / trig, question mark?
Question mark? Listen,
Why can't I have that skill?
I know. Why can't I just go into a coma
That
and
would have
wake
been
up
great
and
on my
immediately
stats
know
exam.
math?
That would have been great on my stats exam.
Oh, incorrect. What's the cube root of 8? But I wasn't incorrect. I just wanted to see how smart the computer was. Answer, not very. 2, I say.
Oh,
Correct.
makes sense.
Okay, so he's just
That
pulling
makes
stuff
sense.
out of his butt. He needs to get the tubes out of his butt first. Correct. I listened for follow-up questions, but the computer seems satisfied. I'm tired. I drift off to sleep again.
Real.
Bro woke up, answered 2 math questions, and then said, I'm tired, and
That's
go
enough.
back to bed. I wake up. How long was I out? It must have been a while because I feel rested. I open my eyes without any effort. That's progress. I tried to move my fingers. They wiggle as instructed. All right. Now we're getting somewhere. Hand movement detected, says the computer. Remain still. What? Why? The robot arms come for me.
Oh?
They move fast. Before I know it, they've removed most of the tubes from my body. Ow. I didn't feel a thing, though my skin is kind of numb anyway.
It's not concerning.
It's not concerning at all. I wonder if they got the important ones. Listen, if I wake up and there's tubes in those places, I would want those out immediately. I'm just saying.
That is fair.
I'm
That is
sorry.
very
If
fair.
I had tubes in those places, I would want them gone. I don't care about anywhere else.
That's very
Just
fair.
get them off.
That's very fair.
Only 3 tubes remain. An IV in my arm, a tube up my butt, and a catheter. What are those again?
I don't know if I want to explain that.
Never mind. I can guess. I don't remember what a catheter. I'm an animation major, girl. I draw. I don't do stuff
I'm
like that.
psychology.
Well, how do you know what it is then?
Because I've been to the hospital
Okay.
multiple times for people.
I don't. Listen, I may have been to the hospital for people, but that doesn't mean I know everything that's going on in there.
I pay a little too much attention.
Well, I'll Google it later. Those latter 2 are kind of... Oh, that was...
I was just patting
Oh. Those latter 2 are kind of the signature items I wanted removed, but okay. I now know what a catheter
Yeah,
is. I now know what a catheter is. Good to know. So they didn't remove the ones.
No need to Google anymore.
Gotcha. Also, I totally feel that last sentence. Latter 2
Yeah.
are the kind of signature items I want to remove, but okay.
But okay.
Real. Whoever is next door
Yep.
is like rolling something all over the place. But anyways, I hope they can hear us reading.
Tell a little
I'm
story.
naked.
Yeah, wait, I forgot we read that.
I
A little story.
I raise my right arm and let it fall back to the bed. I do the same for my left. They feel heavy as heck. I repeat the process a few times. My arms are muscular. That doesn't make sense. I assume I've had some massive medical problem and been in this bed for a while. Otherwise, why would they have hooked me up to all this stuff? Shouldn't there be muscle atrophy? And shouldn't there be doctors? Or maybe the sound of a hospital? And what's with this bed? It's not a rectangle, it's an oval, and I think it's mounted to the wall instead of the floor. I trail off, still kind of tired. Take the tubes out. The computer doesn't respond. I do a few more arm lifts. I wiggle my toes. I'm definitely getting better. I tilt my ankles back and forth. They're working. I raise my knees up. My legs are well toned too, so he's muscular. Good to know. Not bodybuilder thick, but still too healthy for someone on the verge of death. Buddy, I think you're fine. I'm not sure how thick they should be, though. I press my palms to the bed and push. My torso rises. I'm actually getting up. Takes all my strength, but I soldier on. The bed rocks gently as I move. It's not a normal bed, that's for sure. As I raise my head up higher, I see the head and foot of the elliptical bed are attached to strong-looking wall mounts. It's kind of a rigid? Lord.
I say rigid.
Rigid. I meant to say rigid. I just had a stroke. Rigid. Fudge. Rigid hammock.
We're getting there.
I've forgotten how to read. Weird. Soon I'm sitting on my butt tube. Okay.
What a way to start.
I'm sitting on my butt tube. Not the most...
My neighbors love hearing that.
Listen. Not the most comfortable sensation, but when is a tube up your butt ever comfortable, buddy? I'm gonna need you to move on from this. I have a better view of things now. This is no ordinary hospital room. The walls look plastic and the whole room is round. Stark white light comes from the ceiling mounted LED lights. There are two more hammock-like beds mounted to the walls, each with their own patient. We are arranged in a triangle, and the roof-mounted arms of harassment are in the center of the ceiling. I guess they take care of all three of us. I can't see much of my compatriots. They've sunken into their bedding like I had. There's no door, just a ladder on the wall leading to a hatch. It's round and has a wheel handle in the center.
I'd open
it. Of course you would. That's why
I'd be like, ooh, what's this?
That's why you would die first in a horror movie.
I think I could last.
With your spinal conditions? Probably not.
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. Where were you?
Yeah, it's got to be some kind of hatch, like on a submarine. Maybe the three of us have a contagious disease. Maybe this is an airtight quarantine room. I can't read. I'm so sorry, guys. There are small vents here and there on the wall, and I feel a little airflow. It could be a controlled environment. I slide one leg off over the edge of my bed, which makes it wobble. The robot arms rush toward me. I flinch, but they stop short and hover nearby. I think they're ready to grab me if I fall. Full body motion detected, the computer says. What's your name? Seriously, I ask. Incorrect. Attempt number 2. What's your name? If a robot told me incorrect for everything I'd say, that robot would be decimated. I'd get sick of it.
I get the bat Steve uses in Stranger Things, all the nails.
Yep. I open my mouth to answer. Incorrect. Attempt number 3. What's your name? Only now does it occur to me. I don't know who I am. I don't know what I do. I don't remember anything at all, except for 2 + 2 and the cube root? Cube root of 8.
Yep.
I say, incorrect. A wave of fatigue grips me. It's kind of pleasant, actually. The computer must have sedated me through the IV line.
Oh
hey,
God,
yo.
I forgot he was still connected to the tubes.
He was still connected to several tubes. Wait, I mumble. Wait. The robot arms lay me gently back down to bed.
All I can think of is the song from Hades Town. I guarantee
They
he's
just-
not breaking out in a song.
They just drugged him.
They did.
They just said, bye-bye.
They said,
I-
you're getting agitated. They put you to sleep.
You're not new. You're not you when you're tired.
You're not you.
I wake up again. One of the robot arms is on my face. What is it doing? I shudder, more shocked than anything else. The arm retracts back to its home in the ceiling. I feel my face for damage. One side has stubble and the other is smooth. You were shaving me? Consciousness detected, the computer says. What's your name? I still don't know that. Incorrect. Attempt number 2. What's your name? I'm Caucasian, I'm male, and I speak English. Let's play the odds. John? Incorrect. Attempt number 3. What's your name? I pull the IV out of my arm. Bite me. Incorrect. The robot arms reach for me. I roll off the bed, which is a mistake. The other tubes are still connected. Oh.
Oh, God.
This next paragraph is going to be painful.
Yeah,
The butt tube comes right out. Doesn't even hurt. The still inflated catheter yanks right out of my penis.
Oh,
And that does hurt. It's like being a golf ball. Well, everything's out now. It's like peeing a golf ball.
I shouldn't laugh.
You're welcome for reading that instead of you.
I don't think we would have been able to. I'm laughing too hard.
I scream and writhe on the floor. Physical distress, says the computer. The arms give
That's what they
chase.
call it.
The arms give chase. I crawl along the floor to my escape. I cannot imagine the agony he's in right now. It's still inflated. Thing gets popped out of his no squared. And yikes. And he's just like crawling on the floor.
He's really an army crawl to that
He's
hatch.
just army crawling to that hatch. I get under one of the other beds. The arms stop short, but they don't give up. They wait. Oh no. They're run by a computer. It's not like they'll run out of patience. I let my head fall back and gasp for breath. After a while, the pain subsides, and I wipe tears from my eyes. I have no idea what's going on here. Hey, I call out. One of you, wake up. What's your name? The computer asks. One of you humans, wake up, please. Incorrect, the computer says. My crotch hurts so bad I have to laugh. It's just so absurd. Plus, the endorphins are kicking in and making me giddy. I look back at the catheter by my bunk. I shake my head in awe. That thing went out through my urethra. Wow.
What are you having me read?
I didn't know this was going to be in it. I didn't know. You wanted to read it. This was your idea.
You mentioned that the movie was happening. So I was like, oh yeah, we should read that, definitely.
So that was your idea. I just asked if you wanted to watch the movie. You wanted to read the book.
You didn't know it was a book.
I didn't know it was a book until you, so therefore it was your idea.
I don't claim this. I don't claim this at all.
It's your fault. I just wanted to watch the movie. You were the one that told me it was a book.
Yeah, well now I'm kind of glad we have this disclaimer if we're going to see this in theaters.
I highly doubt that's going to be in theaters. I highly doubt this part's gonna be. It's probably gonna be a lot more tame.
You're just gonna see just a still frame of the camera just him roll off of it.
Yeah. And it did some damage on the way out. A little streak of blood sits on the ground. It's just a thin red line of. That's unfortunate.
It just stops.
There's just a dash.
There's nothing else.
Because I guess. Continue on next part. I sip my coffee, popped the last fragment of toast into my mouth, and signaled the waitress for my check.
What a change of pace.
I know, right? Oh, hey, look at that thing that came out of my urethra. Oh, there's blood on the ground. I took a sip of coffee, finished my toast, and asked for the waitress
Waitress,
to come
A
check.
refill.
It said check.
Okay, fine. The check.
I could have saved money by eating breakfast at home instead of going to a diner every morning. Probably would have been a good idea considering my meager salary, but I hate cooking and I love eggs and bacon. Real. The waitress nodded and walked over to the cash register to ring me up, but another customer came in to be seated right that moment. I checked my watch. Just past 7 a.m. No rush. I like to get into work by 7:20 so I could have time to prep for the day. But I didn't actually need to be there until 8. I pulled out my phone and checked my email. 2 astronomy curiosities. There's an email there. I'm not going to read that. At astrocurious at Silas.
You just said you weren't
.org.
going to
Shut
read
up.
it.
From Irina Petrova, PhD. Petrova at galran.ru.
Whatever that says.
Subject: the thin red line. maybe that's why.
Oh, it sparked a
maybe
memory.
it sparked a
Interesting.
You get a memory from that. That's concerning.
Really unfortunate.
That's really unfortunate. I need to trim my bangs so bad. You cannot see my eyes.
Listen, I got my hair chopped Monday. Come with me.
And I'm trimming my bangs myself. Why pay money to trim my bangs when I can
fear
just
I can't
take
cut off this much
when
for
I can
myself,
just
so
take
go
some
ahead.
scissors and go to the bathroom. Anyway, subject: the thin red line. I frowned at the screen. I thought I'd unsubscribe from that list. I left that life a long time ago. It didn't get a lot of volume, and what it did get, if memory served, was usually pretty interesting. Just a bunch of astronomers, astrophysicists, and physicists and other domain experts chatting about anything that struck them as odd. I glanced at their waitress. The customer had a bunch of questions about the menu, probably asking if Sally's Diner served gluten-free vegan grass clippings or something. Good Lord.
Wow.
The good people of San Francisco could be trying at times. With nothing better to do, I read the email.
I love this guy.
Hello, professionals. My name is Dr. Irina Petrova, and I work at the Pulkovo Observatory in St. Petersburg, Russia.
Don't mind my HVAC.
Your HVAC is making noise.
It likes to put its 2 cents every now and then.
I am writing to you to ask for help. For the past 2 years, I've been working on a theory related to infrared emissions from nebulae. Nebula? Nebulae?
I'd say nebulae, because that's not what nebula looks like.
As a result, I have made detailed observations in a few specific IR bands of light. And I have found something odd. Not in any nebula, but here in our own solar system. There is a very faint but detectable line in the solar system that emits infrared light at the 25.984 micron wavelength. It seems to be solely that wavelength with no variance. Attached are Excel spreadsheets with my data. I have also provided a few renders of the data as a 3D model. Good Lord. I can't imagine trying to do that. In my 3D modeling classes, nope. You will see on the model that the line is a lopsided arc that rises straight up from the sun's north pole for 37 million kilometers. How big is that? How big is that?
We Americans.
Listen. Regardless, it's several million. It's gotta be big.
It's
just I don't know kilometers.
Well, I was gonna say, like a 5K. It's 5. I look like I run.
No. Anyways. From there, it angles sharply down and away from the sun toward Venus. After the arc's apex, the cloud widens like a funnel. At Venus, the arc's cross-section is as wide as the planet itself. The infrared glow is very faint. I was only able to detect it at all because I was using extremely sensitive detection equipment while searching for IR emissions from nebulae. But to be certain, I called in a favor from the Atacama Observatory in Chile. In my opinion, the best IR observatory in the world. They confirmed my findings. There are many reasons one might see IR or light in interplanetary space. I need water. My water's over there. I'll get it later. Where was I? Oh, it could be space dust or other particles reflecting sunlight. Or some molecular compound could be absorbing energy and re-emitting it in the infrared band. That would even explain why it's all the same wavelength. The shape of the arc is of particular interest. My first guess was that it is a collection of particles moving along magnetic field lines, but Venus has no magnetic field to speak of. No magnetosphere, no ionosphere, nothing. I'm saying so many science words, man.
You're doing great.
What forces would make particles arc toward it, and why would they glow? Any suggestions or theories would be welcome. What the heck was that? My sentiments exactly. What the heck was that? I remembered it all at once. It just kind of showed up in my head without warning. It's called a flashback, my dude. I didn't learn much about myself. I live in San Francisco. I remember that, and I like breakfast. I used to be into astronomy, but now I'm not. Apparently, my brain decided it was critical that I remember that email, not trivial things like my own name. My subconscious wants to tell me something. Seeing the line of blood must have reminded me of the thin red line title of that email. What's that got to do with me? I shimmy out from under the bed and sit up against the wall. The arms angle toward me, but still can't reach. Time to get a look at my fellow patients. I don't know who I am or why I'm here, but at least I'm not alone, and they're dead. Just straight, at least I'm not alone, and they're dead. Yes, definitely dead. The one closest to me was a woman, I think. At least she had long hair. Other than that, she's mostly a mummy. Desiccated skin draped over bones. There's no smell. Nothing is actively rotting. She must have died a long time ago. Oh. So she's just shriveled. She's just like a shriveled husk.
Yikes.
In a tube.
That wouldn't do good for the morale.
The person in the other bed was a man. I think he's been dead even longer. His skin is not only dry and leathery, but also crumbling away. Ew. Lovely.
Ew.
Bro got the ashy knees. The leathery skin. Bro needs some moisturizer.
Yeah, let me find that in this room.
Okay. So I'm here with two dead people. I should be disgusted and horrified, but I'm not. They're so far gone, they don't even look human. They look like Halloween decorations. Ew. I hope I wasn't close friends with either of them, or if I was, I hope I don't remember it. Ryland Grace.
I need you to like it, man.
Dead people is a concern, but I'm more concerned that they've been here so long. Even a quarantine area should remove dead people, wouldn't they? Whatever's wrong must be pretty darn bad. I love how he's not, like, cursing. He's just like, man, dead people,
I love it.
Pretty darn bad.
Darn people.
Darn, my dude. I get to my feet. It's... Girl.
Maybe.
I get to my feet. It's slow, and it takes a lot of effort. I steady myself at the edge of Miss Mummy's bed. It wobbles, and I wobble with it, but I stay upright. The robot arms make a play for me, but I flatten myself against the wall again. I'm pretty sure I was in a coma. Yeah, the more I think of it, I was definitely in a coma. I don't know how long I've been here, but if I was put here at the same time as my roommates, it's been a while. I rub my half-shaved face. I forgot about that. Those arms are designed to manage long-term unconsciousness. More evidence I was in a coma. Maybe I can get to that hatch? I take a step, and another. Then I sink to the Then I sink to the floor. It's just too much for me. I have to rest. Why am I so weak when I have these well-toned muscles? And if I was in a coma, why do I even have muscles? I should be a withered, spindly mess right now. I should be a withered, spindly mess right now, not a beach bod buff.
He's thinking very highly of himself.
I know, right? He's thinking very highly about
He's
it.
looking at himself. He's like, oh.
He's like, I got a hot bod.
He's like, oh.
I have no idea what my end game is. What should I do? Am I really?
He knows his beginning.
Dude, I don't think he knows any
I
game.
don't think he knows it.
I don't think he knows the plan.
Except algebra.
Am I really sick? I feel like crud, of course, but I don't feel sick. I'm not nauseated. I don't have a headache. I don't think I have a fever. If I don't have a disease, why was I in a coma? Physical injury? I feel around my head. No lumps or scars or bandages. The rest of my body seems pretty solid, too. Better than solid. I'm ripped. He's like, you like my hot bod? Maybe this is why they even casted Ryan Gosling.
Just looking at the robots, he's like, you see this?
You see this hot bod? I want to nod off, but I resist it. Broach is thinking about his body so much he getting tired. Time to take another stab at this. I push myself back up. It's like weightlifting, but it's a little easier this time. I'm recovering more and more, I hope. I shovel along the wall, using my back for support as much as my feet. The arms constantly reach for me, but I stay out of range. I pant and wheeze. Feel like I've run a marathon. Maybe I have a lung infection? Maybe I'm in isolation for my own protection? Pretty sure isolation is just you by yourself, my dude. And not you and 2 other dead people. I finally make it to the ladder. I stumble forward and grab one of the rungs. I'm just so weak. How am I going to climb a 10-foot ladder? 10-foot ladder. I think in imperial units. That's a clue. I'm probably an American. Or English. Or maybe Canadian. Canadians use feet and inches for short distances. I ask myself, how far is it from LA to New York? My gut answer, 3,000 miles. A Canadian would have used kilometers. So I'm English or American. Or I'm from Liberia. What? Where? Okay. I know Liberia uses imperial units, but I don't know my own name. That's irritating. That's a light way of putting it. I take a deep breath. I hang onto the ladder with both hands and put my foot on the bottom rung. I pull myself up. It's a shaky process, but I get it done. Both feet are on the lower rung now. I reach up and grab the next run. Okay, making progress. I feel like my whole body is made of lead. Everything is so much effort. I try to pull myself up, but my hand just isn't strong enough. I fall backward off the ladder. This is going to hurt. It doesn't hurt. The robot arms catch me before I hit the ground because I fell into grabbing range. They don't miss a beat. They return me to bed and settle me in like a mother putting her child to sleep. You know what? This is fine. I'm really tired at this point, and lying down kind of works for me. The gentle rocking of the bed is comforting. Something bugs me about how I fell off the ladder. I replay it in my head. I can't put my finger on it, but there's just a wrongness to it. I drift off. Eat? There's a toothpaste tube on my chest. Huh? Eat. The computer says again. I lift the tube. It's white with black text that reads, Day 1, Meal 1. The heck is this? I say. Eat. I unscrew the cap and smell something savory. My mouth waters at the prospect. Only now do I realize how hungry I am. I squeeze the tube and disgusting-looking brown sludge comes out. Eat. Who am I to question a creepy robot-armed computer overlord? I cautiously lick the substance. Oh my god, it's good. It's so good. It's like thick gravy, but not too rich. I squeeze more straight into my mouth and savor it. I swear it's better than sex. Apparently the disgusting looking sludge is better than sex, guys. The man said what he wanted to say.
Rylan, lock in.
Rylan, lock in, my dude. I know what's going on here. They say hunger is the greatest seasoning. What? Never heard that. When you're starving, your brain rewards you handsomely for finally eating. Good job, it says. We get to not die for a while. The pieces fall into place. If I was in a coma for a long time, I must have been getting fed. I don't have an abdominal tube. I didn't have an abdominal tube when I woke up, so it was probably feeding me with an NG tube running down my esophagus. It's the least intrusive way to feed a patient who can't eat but has no digestion issues. Plus, it keeps the digestive system acting and healthy. And it explains why the tube wasn't around when I woke up. If possible, you should remove an NG tube while the patient is still unconscious.
Is he a doctor? Oh.
Why do I know that? Am I a doctor?
I suppose we ask similar questions.
I squeeze another shot of gravy goo into my mouth. Still delicious. I gobble it down. Soon the tube is empty. I hold it up. More of this. Meal complete. I'm still hungry. Give me another tube. Food allotment for this meal has been met. It makes sense. My digestive system is getting used to semi-solid food right now. Best to take it easy. If I eat as much as I want, I'll probably get sick. The computer is doing the right thing. Give me more food. No one cares about the right thing when they're hungry. Food allotment for this meal has been met. Bah. Brother, who says bah? Bah. Bah. Still, I feel a ton better than I did before. The food energized me on the spot, plus I've had more rest. I roll out of bed, ready to make a break for the wall, but the arms don't chase me. I guess I'm allowed out of bed now that I've proven I can eat. Still doesn't know his name, though, by the way.
But he knows medical. Medical process.
Listen. I look down at my naked body. This just doesn't feel right. I know only other people around me are dead, but still. Can I have some clothes? The computer says nothing. Fine, be that way. I pull the sheet off the bed and wrap it around my torso a couple of times. I pull one corner over my shoulder from behind my back
He's got a toga.
and tie it to another from the front. Instant toga. Self-ambulation detected, says the computer. What's your name? I am Emperor Comatose. Kneel before me. Incorrect. Time to see what's up that ladder. I'm a little unsteady, but I start walking across the room. This is a victory in itself. I don't need wobbly beds or walls to cling to. I'm on my own 2 feet. I make it to the ladder and grab hold. I don't need something to hang on to, but it sure makes life easier. The hatch above looks pretty darn solid. I assume it's airtight. And there's even... Lord have mercy. We're still on chapter 1.
You just wait for me to get to chapter 2.
Yeah. And there's every chance it's locked, but I have to at least try. I climb up one rung. Tough, but doable. Another rung. Okay, I have the hang of this. Slow and steady. I make it to the hatch. I hang on to the ladder with one hand and turn the hatch's circular crank with the other. It actually turns. Holy moly, I say. Holy moly? Is that my go-to expression of surprise? I mean, it's okay, I guess. I would have expected something a little less 1950s. What kind of a weirdo am I? I turn the crank free. 3 full rotations and hear a click. The hatch tilts downward and I get out of the way. It falls open, suspended by its hefty hinge. I'm free!
The hefty hinge.
The hefty hinge. Sort of. Beyond the hatch, there's just darkness. A little intimidating, but at least it's progress. I reach into the new room and pull myself up to the floor. Lights click on as soon as I enter. Presumably the computer's doing. The room looks to be the same size and shape as the one I left. Another round room. One large table, a lab table from the look of it, is mounted to the floor. 3 lab stools are mounted nearby. All around the walls are pieces of lab equipment, all of it mounted to tables or benches that are bolted to the floor. It's like the room is ready for a catastrophic earthquake. A ladder along the wall leads to another hatch in the ceiling. I'm in a well-stocked laboratory. Since when do isolation wards let patients into the lab? And this doesn't look like a medical lab anyway. What the fudge is going on? Fudge? Seriously? Maybe I have young kids. Or I'm deeply religious. I stand to get a better look at things. The lab has smaller equipment bolted to the table. I see an 8,000 X microscope. 8,000 times?
I guess. Yeah.
Times microscope. An autoclave. A bank of test tubes. Sets of supply drawers. A sample fridge. A furnace. Pipettes. Wait a minute. Why do I know all those terms? Still does not know his own name. I look at the larger equipment along the wall. Scanning electron microscope, sub-millimeter 3D printer, 11-axis milling machine, laser interferometer, 1 cubic meter vacuum chamber. I know what everything is, and I know how to use it. I'm a scientist! Now we're getting somewhere. Time for me to use science. All right, genius brain, come up with something. I'm hungry. You have failed me, brain.
This is me waking up in the morning.
Okay, well, I have no idea why this lab is here or why I'm allowed in it, but onward. The hatch in the ceiling is 10 feet off the ground. It's going to be another ladder adventure. At least I'm stronger now. I take a few deep breaths and start climbing the ladder. Same as before, this simple act is a massive effort. I may be getting better, but I'm not well. Good Lord, I'm heavy. I make it to the top, but only just. I situate myself on the uncomfortable bars and push on the hatch's handle. It doesn't budge. To unlock hatch, state your name, says the computer. But I don't know my name! Incorrect. I smack the handle with the palm of my hand. The handle doesn't move, and now the palm of my hand hurts. So yeah, not fruitful. This will have to wait. Maybe I'll remember my name soon, or find it written somewhere. I climb back down the ladder. At least that's my plan. You'd think going down would be easier and safer than going up. But no. Instead of gracefully descending the ladder, I put my foot on the next rung down at an awkward angle, lose my grip on the hatch handle, and fall like an idiot. I flail like an angry cat, reaching out for anything I can grasp. Turns out that's a terrible idea. We have no idea what the neighbors are doing. Turns out that's a terrible idea. I fall onto the table and smack a set of supply drawers with my shins. It hurts like a mother fluffer. I cry out, grab my shin in pain, accidentally roll off the table, and fall to the floor. No robot arms to catch me this time. I land on my back and it knocks the wind out of me. Then, adding insult to injury, the supply drawer unit falls over, the drawers open, and lab supplies rain down upon me. The cotton swabs aren't a problem. The test tubes just kind of hurt a little and surprisingly don't shatter, but the tape measure smacks me square in the forehead.
Ow.
More stuff clatters down, but I'm too busy holding the growing welt on my forehead to notice. How heavy is that tape measure? A 3-foot fall off a table left a bump on my head. That did not work. I say to no one. That whole experience was just ridiculous, like something out of a Charlie Chaplin movie. How many more pages do we got in this chapter?
Just literally.
Oh.
And then it's me.
Okay.
I was just checking to see how long chapter 2 was.
Actually, it really was like that. A little too much like that. That same feeling of wrongness strikes me. I grab a nearby test tube and toss it into the air. It goes up and comes down like it should, but it annoys me. Something about falling objects ticks me off right now. I want to know why. Bro is taking everything personally. Everything.
A personal attack.
Yes. What do I have to work with? Well, I have an entire laboratory, and I know how to use it. But what's readily at hand? I look around at all the junk that fell to the floor. A bunch of test tubes, sample swabs, popsicle sticks, a digital stopwatch, pipettes, some scotch tape, a pen. Okay, I may have what I need here. What? I get back to my feet and dust off my toga. I forgot he had the toga.
I'm not questioning anything he's doing now. I'm like, he's a scientist. He'll figure it out.
There's no dust on it. My whole world seems really clean and sterile, but I do the motions just the same. I pick up the tape measure and take a look. It's metric. Maybe I'm in Europe? Whatever. Then I grab the stopwatch. It's pretty sturdy. I almost said it's pretty stupid.
It's pretty
sturdy, like something you'd take on a hike. It's a solid... Lord have mercy. It's a solid plastic...
Something's falling.
It has a solid plastic shell with a hard rubber ring around it. Undoubtedly waterproof, but also dead as a doornail. The LCD screen is completely blank. I press a few buttons, but nothing happens. I turn it over to get a look at the battery compartment. Maybe I can find a drawer with batteries in it if I know what kind it needs. I spot a little red plastic ribbon coming out of the back. I give it a pull, and it comes out entirely. The stopwatch beeps to life. I'm
getting there.
I only have one more page left.
You can do it.
This chapter's been so long. I press a few Wait a minute. Oh, I already read that.
Keep reading. There's an eyelash in my eye.
Kind of like batteries included toys. The little plastic tab was there to keep the battery from running down before the owner uses it for the first time. Okay, this is a brand spanking new stopwatch. Honestly, everything in this lab looks brand new. Clean, tidy, no signs of wear. Not sure what to make of that. I play with the stopwatch for a while until I understand the controls. Pretty simple, really. I use the tape measure to find out how high the table is. Anyway, the table's underside is 91 centimeters from the floor. Why do we need to know that, sir? He's just going to start measuring everything in the room. I pick up the test tube. It's not glass. It may be some kind of high-density plastic or something. It definitely didn't break when it fell 3 feet to a hard surface. Anyway, whatever it may be, it's dense enough for air resistance to be negligible. I lay it on the table and ready the stopwatch. I push the test tube off the table with one hand, and now I've lost my place. Fudge. Okay, I push the test tube off the table with one hand and start the stopwatch with the other. I time how long it takes to hit the ground. I get about 0.37 seconds. That's pretty darn fast. I hope my own reaction time isn't skewing the results. I note the time down on my arm with the pen. I haven't found any paper yet. I put the test tube back and repeat the test. This time I get 0.33. I do it 20 times in total, noting the results to minimize the effects of my error margin in starting and stopping the timer. Anyway, I end up with an average of 0.348 seconds. My arm looks like a math teacher's chalkboard, but that's okay. Bro is doing
the most.
I
feel like I'm back
and
in
he
stats.
still can't remember his name.
I feel like I'm back in stats class.
Bro is doing experiments, and he still can't remember who he is.
Very funny.
0.348 seconds. Distance equals 1/2 acceleration times squared. So acceleration equals 2 times distance over time squared. These formulas come easy to me, second nature. I'm definitely skilled at physics. Good to know. Yeah. I run the numbers and come up with an answer I don't like. The gravity in this room is too high. It's 15 meters per second. It says that twice.
15 meters per second.
Is that a typo?
It could
Or is it supposed to be? It's 15 meters per second when it should be 9.8. Yeah, I think it's
I think it's a typo.
That's why things falling feel wrong to me. They're falling too fast. And that's why I'm so weak despite these muscles, brother. Everything weighs
He's
one.
really like, look at this. I shouldn't be struggling.
Everything weighs 1.5 times as much as it should. This is nothing. Thing is, nothing affects gravity. You can't increase or decrease it. Earth's gravity is 9.8 meters per second per second. Okay, it can't be a typo because it did it twice.
Yeah.
Okay, that means something apparently. 9.8 meters per. I'm learning more in this book than I've learned in like several of my science classes. Earth's gravity is 9.8 meters per second, period. And I'm experiencing more than that. There's only one possible explanation. I'm not on Earth. That is the end of chapter 1. We are now on chapter 2 after an hour.
It's okay. We're gonna speed run this.
2, 3, 4, 5.
It takes you. It's
6,
not many.
7.
It's not
You
many.
say
What
speed.
the heck? What is on my page?
Bro, I don't know.
Right, my turn.
I hope you have as many strokes as I did.
It's not nice. Chapter 2. Okay, take a breath. Let's not jump to wild conclusions. Yes, the gravity is too high. Work from there and think of sensible answers. I could be in centrifuge. That's how you say that, right?
Yeah, a centrifuge.
I could be in a centrifuge. It would have to be pretty big, but with Earth's gravity providing 1 gram.
I think so. Yeah.
You could have these rooms at an angle running around a track or on the end of a long solid arm or something. Set that spinning to the good lord. I'm gonna struggle so much. I don't even know how to say this. And then
egregious centripetal
Egregious?
force.
I guess. Sure. Plus Earth's gravity could be 15 meters per second.
Yeah, that has to mean something.
Yeah.
There's no way they would do it 3 times in
I
a
might
row.
just be stupid.
We might just be stupid.
Why would someone make a huge centrifuge with hospital beds and a lab in it? I don't know. Would it even be possible? How big would that radius have to be? But why are you thinking about that radius?
Dog, find out your name first.
And how fast would it go? I think I know how to find out. I need an accurate accelerometer. I feel like half these words are made
Welcome
up.
to science class with Kaylee and Natalie.
I feel like half these words are made up.
Unfortunately not. We're just not scientists.
Dropping things off a table and timing them is all well and fine for rough estimates, but it's only as accurate as my reaction time when hitting stopwatch. I need something better, and only one thing will do the job: a small piece of string. I search the lab drawers. After a few minutes, I have half the drawers open and I've found just about every form of lab supplies except string. I'm about to give up when I finally find a spool of nylon thread. Yes! I pull off a few feet of thread and cut it with my teeth. Ew. Sorry, that was an inside thought. I tie a loop on one end and tie the other end around the tape measure. Yeah, I heard that right.
Yes.
The tape measure will be playing the role of dead weight in this experiment. Now I just need something to hang it from. I look above me at the hatch over my head. I climb up the ladder, easier now than ever before, and put the loop over the main latch handle. Then I let the tape measurer's weight pull the string taut. I have a pendulum. Cool thing about pendulums. Oh god. He's one of these guys.
He's one of these dudes.
Cool thing about pendulums. The time it takes for one swing forward and backward. The time it takes for one to swing forward and backward, the period, won't change no matter how wide it swings. If it's got a lot of energy, it'll swing farther and faster, but the period will still be the same. This is what mechanical clocks take advantage of to keep time. That period ends up being driven by 2 things, and 2 things only: the length of the pendulum and gravity. I pull the pendulum to one side. I release it and start the timer. I count cycles as it sways back and forth. It's not exciting. I almost want to fall asleep, but I stay at it. When I hit the 10-minute mark...
Dang.
Man, I can't say anything. I'm watching Dr. Stone. Dude, it's counting for like 3,700 years.
Bro.
The pendulum is barely moving anymore, so I decide that's long enough. Grand total, 346 full cycles in exactly 10 minutes.
Oh my god. He's just sitting there counting.
Onward to phase 2.
Oh, sir?
I measure the distance from the hatch handle to the floor. It's just over 2.5 meters. I go back downstairs to the bedroom. Again, the ladder is no problem. I'm feeling much better now. That food really did the trick. What's your name? The computer asks. I look down at my sheet toga. I am the great philosopher Pendulous. Incorrect. I hang the pendulum on one of the robot hands near the ceiling. I hope it'll stay still for a while. I eyeball the distance between the robot hand and the ceiling. I'll call it a meter. My pendulum is now 4.5 meters lower than it was before. Hold on, I can't turn the page. I repeat the experiment. 10 minutes on the stopwatch, and I count the total cycles. The result, 346 cycles, same as upstairs.
Golly. Golly gee.
Golly. Thing is, in a centrifuge, the farther you get from the center, the higher the centripetal force will be. So if I were in a centrifuge, the gravity down here would be higher than it was upstairs, and it isn't. At least, not enough to get a different number of pendulum cycles. But what if I'm in a really big centrifuge? One so huge that the force difference between here and the lab is so small it doesn't change the number of cycles. Let's see. The formula for a pendulum, God. And the formula for the force of a centrifuge. Wait, I don't know. I don't have the actual force, just a cycle count. So there's a 1 over x factor. I left stats behind.
Not anymore.
I never looked
Not
back.
anymore.
This is actually a very instructive problem. Yeah, instructive problem. I have a pen, but no paper. That's okay. I have a wall. Sounds like me. After a lot of crazy prisoner scribbling on the wall type stuff, I have my answer. Let's say I'm on Earth and in a centrifuge.
Brother.
That would mean the centrifuge provides some of the force, with the rest being supplied by Earth. According to my math, and I showed all my work. He's such a nerd about it.
He showed all my work.
I showed all my work.
I showed all my work.
I showed all my work. That centrifuge would need a 700-meter radius, which is almost half a mile, and would be spinning at 88 meters per second, almost 200 miles per hour.
Good lord.
Yeah, that's quick.
I know people that try to drive that fast.
You'll be both. I think mostly in metric, even when doing science stuff. Interesting. Most scientists do, though, right? Even scientists who grew up in America. Anyway, what would be the largest centrifuge ever built? And why would anyone build it? Plus, something like that would be loud as heck, whizzing through the air at 200 miles per hour. At the very least, there'd be some turbulence here and there, not to mention a lot of wind noise. I don't hear or feel any... What did I just say?
I don't hear or feel.
Oh, I said it right. I thought I said it wrong.
No, you were doing good.
I don't hear or feel anything like that. This is getting weird. Okay, what if I am in space? There wouldn't
It took him 22 pages to figure that out.
There wouldn't be turbulence or wind resistance, but the centrifuge would have to be bigger and faster because there's no gravity to help out. More math, more graffiti on the wall. The radius would have to be 1,280 meters, close to a mile. Nothing anywhere near that big has ever been built for space. So I'm not in a centrifuge, and I'm not on Earth. We're doing some deductive reasoning. Another planet?
Bro's thinking everything except for a spaceship.
But there isn't any planet, moon, or asteroid in the solar system that has as much gravity. Earth is the largest solid object in the whole system. Sure, the gas giants are bigger, but unless I'm in a balloon floating around the winds of Jupiter, there's just nowhere I could go to experience this force. How would I know all this space stuff? I just know it. It feels like second nature, information I use all the time. Maybe I'm an astronomer, or I'm a planetary scientist. Maybe I work for NASA, or ESA, or
And he
Flashback.
knows NASA. He still doesn't remember his own name.
Flashback. I met Marissa every Thursday night for steak and a beer at Murphy's on Gough Street.
Something like that.
Okay. Always at 6 p.m. And because the staff knew us, always the same table. We'd met almost 20 years ago in grad school. Dang. Older than I thought he was.
Old and still ripped, though. Still ripped.
Still ripped.
Still ripped.
We'd met almost 20 years ago in grad school. She dated my then roommate. Their relationship, like most in grad school, was a train wreck, and they broke up within 3 months.
Damn.
But she and I ended up becoming good friends. When the host saw me, he smiled and jerked his thumb toward the usual table. I made my way through the kitschy decor to Marissa. She had a couple of empty, low-ball glasses in front of her, and a full one in her hand. Apparently, she'd gotten started early. Pre-gaming, eh? I said,
Gaming? For what?
someone introduces themselves and just sits there. It's like, hey, pre-gaming, eh?
Yeah.
I said, sitting down. She looked down and fidgeted with her glass. Hey, what's wrong? She took a sip of whiskey. Oh,
She's
so strong.
She's taking low ball glasses of whiskey.
Rough day at
Homegirls.
work.
Fighting for her life.
Rough day at work. I signaled the waiter. He nodded and didn't even come over. He knew I wanted a ribeye, medium, mashed potatoes on the side, and a pint of Guinness.
That says Guinness.
Sorry.
Good Lord,
I
woman.
read Genesis.
Genesis. In the beginning, God created. That happens in here.
On tap.
My,
I just heard that.
my
Are you
joints.
okay?
My joints. I want to like lay down.
Here. Lay down.
I'm not laying down on your lap.
Fine. Phoebe can stay here.
I need to stretch out, and I move too much.
What a sight.
I'm sorry. I need to stretch my legs out. My back hurts.
Imagine.
You could move too. You could fix yourself in a
I'm
good
good.
position.
I'm not hurting.
Yeah, you can barely see anything. You're fine. Jeez.
And a pint of Guinness. Same thing I ordered every week. How rough could it be, I ask. Cushy government job with the DOE. You probably get, 20 days off a year? All you have to do is show up and you get paid, right? You are not a great emotional support person. Again, no laughing. Nothing. Oh, come on, I said. Who poops in your Rice Krispies?
I'm sorry. What?
It's not the phrase I've heard, but okay.
That's not a phrase I've heard either.
Well, I've heard alternatives, but I've never heard that one. She sighed. You know about the Petrova line? Sure. Kind of an interesting mystery. My guess is solar radiation. Venus doesn't have a magnetic field, but positively charged particles might be... Why did I say particles like that?
Particles?
Particles. Positively charged particles might be drawn there because it's electrically neutral. No, she said, it's something else. I don't know why I'm making so sassy.
Ew.
No, it's something else.
Listen, she's like how many glasses into a whiskey?
That's true.
Homegirl dead.
Should I be slurring my words a little bit? We don't know exactly what, but it's something else. But whatever. Let's eat steak.
Girl.
I snorted. Come on, Marissa, spill it. What the heck is wrong with you? She mulled it over. Why not? You'll hear from the president in about 12 hours anyway. The
Huh?
president? I said. Of the United States? She took another gulp of whiskey. Have you heard about... Lord.
Have you heard of Amaterasu? Amaterasu.
Oh, it kind of looked like how you spell like amateur, so I was just kind of like Amaterasu.
Amaterasu.
How'd you say it?
Amaterasu.
Amaterasu, there you go. It's a Japanese solar probe. Sure, I said. JAXA has been getting some great data from it. It's really neat, actually. It's in a solar orbit, about halfway between Mercury and Venus. It has 20 different instruments aboard that...
This man
Yeah.
is a nerd.
He's such a
This
nerd.
man is a nerd.
Such a nerd.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna scoot over. I'm gonna use your lap as a book prop.
Go for it. It has about 20 different instruments on board that, yeah, I know, whatever. Because she's me. According to their data, the sun's output is decreasing. I shrugged. So? What are we in the solar cycle? She shook her head. It's not even the 11-year cycle. Or it's not the 11-year cycle. It's something else. JAXA accounted for the cycle. There's still a downward trend. They say the sun is 0.01% less bright than it should be. Okay, interesting, but hardly worth 3 whiskeys before dinner.
3?
She pursed her lips. That's what I thought. But they're saying that value is increasing, and the rate of the increase is increasing. It's some sort of exponential loss that they caught very, very early thanks to their probe's incredibly sensitive instruments. I leaned back in the booth. I don't know, Marissa. Spotting an exponential progression that... Imagine just overhearing this conversation at a bar.
I would have zoned out the second he started talking.
As soon as I started yapping about the, like...
I'm gonna be so for real.
about the probe or whatever, it would have been like, well, anyway. Spotting an exponential progression that early seems really unlikely. But okay, let's say the JAXA scientists are right. What's the energy going?
This is where's the
energy
going? What's the energy?
What's the energy?
What's the energy? What's it going?
Where's the energy going? The Petrova line. Huh? JAXA took a good long look at the Petrova line, and they say it's getting brighter at the same rate the sun is getting dimmer. Somehow or another.
Wait, so the sun is just getting...
The sun is like
dimming.
You know, like a light bulb dies?
Yeah. That's freaky. Okay.
Yeah. Interesting. Somehow or another, whatever it is, the Petrova line is stealing energy from the sun.
Well, that's bad.
Yeah, I can understand why she's 3 whiskeys deep.
I fear I would be like 5 whiskeys deep. I feel like she's not drank enough whiskey.
She pulled a sheaf of papers from her purse. Oh, she came prepared. And put them on the table.
She got the briefcase.
She did. She said, we need to debrief. It looked like a bunch of graphs and charts. She shuffled them. She shuffled through them. Shut up. She shuffled through them until she found the one she wanted. Then pushed it towards me. The x-axis was labeled time, and the y-axis was labeled luminosity loss. The line was exponential for sure.
At graphs. I haven't looked at a graph in years.
I know. Again, just in a bar.
In a bar?
This can't be right. I said, that's right. She said, the sun's output will drop a full % over the next 9 years. In 20 years, that figure will be 5%. This is bad. It's really bad. I stared at the graph. That would mean an ice age. Like, right away, instant ice age.
Oh my god.
It's like, you know, The Day After Tomorrow, the movie The Day After Tomorrow.
I haven't seen that.
It's like, it's an apocalypse movie. The world just, like, freezes over. It's like a new ice age.
Just immediately freeze.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking of. Yeah, at the very least. And crop failures, mass starvation, I don't even know what else. I shook my head. How can there be a sudden change in the sun? It's a star for...
What? Cripes?
Cripes'
sake?
Cripes' sake? Things just don't happen this fast for stars. Changes take millions of years, not dozens. Come on, you know that. No, I don't know that. I used to know that. She's so sassy.
Oh my god. Every character in this book is sassy.
I used to know that. Now I only know the sun's dying. She said, I don't know why, and I don't know what we could do about it, but I know it's dying. How? I furrowed my brow. She downed the rest of her drink.
Damn.
President addresses the nation tomorrow morning. I think they're coordinating with other world leaders to all announce this at the same time. The waiter dropped off my Guinness. Here you go, sir. The steak should be out shortly. I need another whiskey, Marissa said. Make it 2. I had it. I blink. Another flash of memory. Oh, flashback over.
Someone is like using the bathroom or something because there are pipes.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Was it true? Or was that just a random memory of me talking to someone who got sucked into a bogus doomsday theory?
My brother in Christ.
We're at like DEFCON 5, sir. No, it's real. I'm terrified just thinking about it. And it's not just sudden terror. It's a cozy, comfortable terror.
I'm sorry. What is a cozy, comfortable
That's like
terror?
when I tell my roommate that The Conjuring is my comfort horror movie. Which is true. Phoebe, calm down. It's a cozy, comfortable terror with a permanent seat at the table. I felt it for a long time. This is real. The sun is dying, and I'm tangled up in it. Not just as a fellow citizen of Earth who will die with everyone else. I'm actively involved. There's a sense of responsibility there. I wonder why. I still don't remember my name.
This poor man.
But I remember random bits of information about the Petrova problem. They call it the Petrova problem. I just remembered that. My subconscious has priorities, and it's desperately telling me about this. I think my job is to solve the Petrova problem. In a lab, wearing a bedsheet toga, with no idea who I am, and no help other than a mindless computer and 2 mummified roommates. My vision blurs. I wipe my eyes. Tears. I can't remember their names. But they were my friends, my comrades. Only now do I realize I've been facing away from them the whole time. I've done everything I can to keep them out of my line of sight, scrawling on the wall like a madman with the corpses of people I cared about right behind me. But now the distraction is over. I turn to look at them. I sob. It comes without warning. I remember bits and pieces, all in the rush. She was funny, always quick with a joke. He was a professor.
He was a professor.
He was a professor. He was a professional and with nerves of steel. I think he was military. There wasn't a military person.
Since someone's got to be up there that knows how to fight.
Yeah. I think he was military, and he was definitely our leader. Oh, leader's down. This is not looking good.
This is not looking good for our boy.
I fall to the floor and put my head in my hands. I can't hold anything back. I cry like a child. We were a lot more than friends. And team isn't the right word either. It's stronger than that. It's on the tip of my tongue. Finally, the word slides into my conscious mind. It had to wait until I wasn't looking. Calm down. It had to wait until I wasn't looking to sneak in. Crew. We were a crew. And I'm all that's left. This is a spacecraft. We got there.
Finally! It just took like 40 pages of centrifuge and stuff.
And scientific experiments. This is a spacecraft. I know that now. I don't know how it has gravity, but it's a spacecraft. Things are to fall into place. We weren't sick. We were in suspended animation. But these beds aren't magical freeze chambers like in the movies. There's no special technology at play here. I think we were in medically induced comas. Feeding tubes, IVs, constant medical care. Everything a body needs. Those arms probably changed sheets, kept us rotated to prevent bed sores, and did all other things ICU nurses would normally do. And we were kept fit. Electrodes all over our bodies to stimulate muscle movement. Lots of exercise.
So that's why he's so ripped.
That's why he's so obsessed with. He's like, when did this happen?
I know. He's like, was I like this before?
He's like, what did I look like before now? Okay, but in the end, comas are dangerous, extremely dangerous. Only I survived, and my brain is a pile of mush.
I would not say your brain is a pile of mush, my dude. You managed to conduct several experiments.
He made a pendulum.
You managed to conduct several experiments. You're fine, my dude.
I walk over to the woman. I actually feel better looking at her. I would not. Maybe it's a sense of closure, or maybe it's just the calmness that comes after a crying gag. Or
that says jag.
What's a jag?
I don't know.
I was thinking gag. The mummy has no tube. Wow. The mummy has no tubes attached.
We're her crew. I'm so sad she's gone. The mummy.
She was so funny. The mummy right here. There's no monitoring equipment at all. There's a small hole in her leathery wrist. That's where the IV was when she died, I guess. So the hole never healed. The computer must have removed everything when she died. Waste not, want not, I guess. No point in using resources on dead people. More for the survivors.
Damn.
More for me, in other words.
Damn.
I take a deep breath and let it out. I have to be calm. I have to think clearly. I remember a lot just then. My crew. Some aspects of their personalities. That I'm on a spaceship. I'll freak out about that later.
For real. Always prioritizing.
The point is, I'm getting more memories back. And they're coming sort of when I want them instead of at random intervals. I want to focus on that, but the sadness is just so strong. Eat, says the computer.
You're not you when you're hungry.
You're not you when you're hungry. Have a Snickers bar. A panel in the center of the ceiling opens up, and a food tube drops out. One of the robot arms catches it and places it on my bed. The label reads Day 1, Meal 2. I'm not in the mood to eat, but my stomach growls as soon as I see the tube. Whatever my mental state may be, my body has needs. I open the tube and squirt goop into my mouth. I have to admit, it's another incredible flavor sensation. I think it's chicken with hints of vegetable. There's no texture, of course. It's basically baby food. But it's a little thicker than my earlier meal. It's all... What?
Sorry, people are just blasting my phone.
It's a little thicker than my earlier meal. It's all about getting my digestive system used to solid foods again. Water, I say between mouthfuls. The ceiling panel opens again, this time with a metal cylinder. An arm brings it to me. Text on the shiny container reads,
Tiny container.
shiny container reads, potable water. I unscrew the top, and sure enough, there's water in there. I take a sip. It's room temperature and tastes flat. It's probably distilled and devoid of minerals, but water's water. I finish the rest of my meal. I haven't had to use the bathroom yet, but I'll need to eventually. I'd rather not go wee on the floor.
This man is a juvenile.
Child.
This man is a juvenile.
He said 20 years ago we met at grad school.
I'd rather not wee on the floor.
I'd rather not wee on the floor. Toilet, I say. A wall panel spins around to reveal a metal commode. It's just right there on the wall, like a prison cell. I take a closer look. It has buttons and stuff on it.
It's got buttons.
It's got buttons and stuff. I think there's a vacuum pipe in the bowl, and there's no water. I think this might be a 0G toilet, modified for use in gravity. Why do that?
So you can pee.
Okay, dismiss toilet? The wall swivels around again. Toilet's gone.
Wing.
Alright, I'm well fed. I'm feeling a little better about things. Food will do that.
He's food motivated.
I need to focus on some positives. I'm alive. Whatever killed my friends didn't kill me. I'm on a spaceship. I don't know the details, but I know I'm on a ship, and it seems to be working correctly. And my mental state is improving. I'm sure of it. I sit cross-legged on the floor. It's time for a proactive step. I close my eyes and let my mind wander. I want to remember something. Anything. On purpose. I don't care what, but I want to initiate it. Let's see what I get. I start with what makes me happy, like science. I know it. I got a thrill from all the little experiments I've been doing. And I'm in space, so maybe I can think about space and science and see what I get. Flashback. I pulled the piping hot spaghetti TV dinner from the microwave and hustled over to my couch. I peeled the plastic off the top and let the steam escape. I unmuted the TV and listened to the live feed. Several coworkers and a few friends had invited me to watch this with them, but I didn't want to spend the whole evening answering questions. I just wanted to watch it in peace.
Right.
He's the introvert. Feel that. It was the most watched event in human history. More than the moon landing, more than any World Cup final, every network streaming service, news website, and local TV affiliate was showing the same thing, NASA's live feed. A reporter stood with an older man in the gallery of a flight control room. Okay. Beyond them, men and women in blue shirts fixed their attention on their terminals. This is Sandra Elias. I think that's how you say it.
Yes.
Okay. This is Sandra Elias, said the reporter. I'm here at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory in Pasadena, California. And I'm here with Dr. Brown. Thank God, a regular name.
The other ones are regular names too. You're just struggling.
This is just simple. I'm here with Dr. Brown, who's head of planetary sciences for NASA. Straight to the scientist. Doctor, what's our status now? Brown cleared his throat. We received confirmation about 90 minutes ago that ArcLight successfully inserted into orbit around Venus. Now we're just waiting for the first batch of data.
Dude, I'm hungry. Anyways, continue.
It had been a heck of a year since the JAXA announcement about the Petrova problem. But study after study confirmed their findings. The clock was ticking, and the world needed to find out what was going on. So Project ArcLight was born.
What about Project Hail Mary?
What about a project? What do you know about Project Hail Mary?
That was so creepy.
Same tone and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you know about Project Hail Mary? Oh, I was on the wrong page.
Girl.
The situation was terrifying, but the project itself was awesome. My inner nerd couldn't help but be excited.
He realizes
he is a nerd. ArcLight was the most expensive unmanned spacecraft ever built. The world needed answers, and I didn't have time to dilly-dally.
This man's
guy, I swear.
vocabulary.
I swear.
I love him. I think he's the first book protagonist that I've just started liking instantly.
I know. This doesn't usually happen.
Yeah.
Normally, if you asked a space agency to send a probe to Venus in under a year, they'd laugh in your face. But it's amazing what you can do with an unlimited budget. The United States, European Union, Russia, China, India, and Japan all helped cover costs.
Dang. So
They really said, let's bring them all together.
the solution to world peace,
Is the sun dying?
worldwide catastrophe.
Hey, they always
Essentially.
say, need to have a common enemy.
Yep. The sun.
The sun.
The sun.
Tell us about going to Venus, the reporter said. What makes it so hard?
I
What
wonder
makes it so hard? The main problem is fuel, said Brown. There's specific transfer windows with interplanetary travel takes the minimum amount of fuel. But we were nowhere near the Earth-Venus window, so we had to put a lot more fuel in orbit just to get Arclight there in the first place. So it's a case of bad timing then? The reporter asked. I don't think there's ever a good time for the sun to get dimmer.
Yeah.
Good point. Please go on. Venus moves very fast compared to Earth, which means more fuel just to catch up. Even under ideal conditions, it actually takes more fuel to get to Venus than it does to get to Mars. Amazing, amazing. Now, doctor, some people have asked... She does not care.
She does not gaff.
She does not gaff. Now, doctor, some people have asked, why bother with the planet? The Petrova line is huge, spinning an arc from the sun to Venus. Why not somewhere between? Because the Petrova line is widest there, as wide as the whole planet, and we use the planet's gravity to help us out. Arclight will actually orbit Venus 12 times while collecting samples of whatever material the Petrova line is made of. And what is that material, do you think? We have no idea.
Brother, he just said they were going to collect the material. Of course they don't know what it is.
We have no idea, said Brown. No idea at all. We might have answers soon. Once Arclight finishes the first orbit, we should have enough material for its onboard analysis lab. Ugh, sorry, excuse me. And what can we expect to learn tonight? Not much. The onboard lab is pretty basic. It's just a high magnification microscope and an X-ray spectrometer. I had to pause for a second. The real mission here is sample return. It'll be another 3 months for Arclight to come home with those samples. The lab is a backup to get at least some data in case of a failure during the return phase. Good planning as always, Dr. Brown. It's what we do.
It's what we do.
A cheer erupted from behind the reporter. I'm hearing, she paused, let the sound die down. I'm hearing that the first orbit is complete and the data is coming in now. The main screen in the control room changed to a black and white image. The picture is mostly gray, with black dots scattered here and there. What are we looking at, doctor? Said the reporter's voice. This is from the internal microscope, said Dr. Brown. It's magnified 10,000 times. Those black dots are about 10 microns across. Are those dots what we've been looking for? She asked. We can't be certain, said Brown. They could just be dust particles. Any major gravity source like a planet will have a cloud of dust surrounding.
What the fuck?
Came a voice in the background. Several flight controllers gasped. The reporter snickered. High spirits here at JPL. We are coming to you live, so we apologize for any... Oh my god! Said Brown. On the main screen, more images came through, one after another, all nearly the same. Nearly. The reporter looked at the images on screen. Are those particles moving? Jaws in space. Next blockbuster
horrifying.
movie.
That would be horrifying.
You've heard of Sharknado. Now get ready for Jaws in space.
Space Sharknado.
Space NATO.
Space NATO. Worse.
The images, playing in succession, showed the black dots deforming and shifting around within their environment. The reporter cleared her throat and delivered what many would call the understatement of the century. They look a little like microbes, wouldn't you say?
Sandra, I'm gonna need you to lock it.
I know. Put the mic down.
Put the mic down.
What is it? Telemetry?
Telemetry, yeah.
Telemetry, Dr. Brown called out. Any shimmy in the probe?
Shimmy in the probe.
Already checked, said someone. No shimmy.
No shimmy. Shimmy, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah. La, 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 la.
All I could think of is this. All I could envision was this guy sitting in front of his like thing at NASA in his blue shirt, and he's just like already checked. He turns around, he's like, "No shimmy," and just moves his shoulders. No shimmy. Is there a consistent direction of travel? He asked. Something that could be explained by an external force. Magnetic, maybe? Static electricity? The room fell silent. Anyone? Said Brown. I dropped my fork right into my spaghetti. Is this actually alien life? Am I really that lucky to be alive when humanity first discovers extraterrestrial life?
Brother,
Life.
I feel like we've discovered that for a while now.
Wow. I mean, the Petrova problem is still terrifying, but wow, aliens? This could be aliens. I couldn't wait to talk about this with the kids tomorrow.
The sun is dying, and he's excited about aliens. Rylan, I'm gonna need you to get your priorities in check.
Angular anomaly, the computer says. Darn it, I say. I was almost there. I almost remembered myself. Angular anomaly, the computer repeats. I unfold myself and get to my feet. In my limited interactions with it, the computer seems to have some understanding of what I say, like Siri or Alexa.
Bro knows Siri and Alexa before his own name.
So I'll talk to it like I talk to any of them. I'll talk to one of them. Computer, what is an angular anomaly? Angular anomaly. An object or body designated as critical.
You're doing great, honey.
As critical is not at the expected location angle by at least 0.01 radians.
I have no idea what that means.
What body is anomalous? Angular anomaly. Not much help. I'm on a ship, so it must be a navigational issue. That can't be good.
That can't be good.
How would I even steer this thing? I don't see anything resembling spaceship controls. Yeah, so far was the only thing we saw that had buttons was the toilet.
It's the toilet. The toilet is the navigation.
The toilet is the navigation. Not that I really know what these look like, but all I've discovered so far is a coma room, and a lab,
And a toilet.
and a toilet, and a couple of dead people.
Just a few.
Just a few. The other hatch in the lab, the one that leads farther up, that must be important. This is like being in a video game. Explore the area until you find a locked door and look for the key. But instead of searching bookshelves and garbage cans, I had to search my mind because the key is my own name. Sick video game. The computer's not being unreasonable. If I can't remember my own name, I probably shouldn't be allowed into delicate areas of the ship.
I mean, he can conduct scientific experiments, though, and he can remember physics.
I close my eyes and focus
I would let him in.
I close my eyes and focus on the flash of memory. I can see bits and pieces of it in my mind, like looking at an old photo that's been damaged. I'm in my house. No, apartment. I have an apartment. It's tidy, but small.
I think you skipped a bit.
What? Oh.
I was about to be like, where did we go?
I probably shouldn't be allowed into delicate areas of the ship. I climb onto my bunk and lie on my back. So we missed that. I keep a wary eye on robot arms above, but they don't move. I guess the computer is satisfied that I'm self-sufficient now.
Now we're back.
Back to regularly scheduled program. I close my eyes and focus on that flash of memory. I can see bits and pieces of it in my mind, like looking at an old photo that's been damaged. And in my house. No, apartment. I have an apartment. It's tidy, but small. There's a picture of the San Francisco skyline on the wall. Not useful. I already know I lived in San Francisco. There's a lean cuisine microwave meal on the coffee table in front of me.
Lean cuisine.
Spaghetti. The heat still hasn't equalized yet. There are pockets of nearly frozen noodles next to tongue-melting plasma. Did you just describe, okay. But I'm taking bites anyway. I must be hungry.
Bro is burning
the roof of his mouth.
Burning everything. Burning the taste buds.
That's why that meal tasted so good for the tooth.
His taste buds are finally returned.
But I'm taking bites anyway. I must be hungry.
Tog is constantly hungry.
I'm watching NASA on TV. I see all that stuff from my previous flash of memory. My first thought is, I'm elated. Could it be extraterrestrial life? I can't wait to tell the kids. I have kids. That's a single man's apartment with a single man eating a single man's meal. So what I'm gathering is he's a single man. There's nothing to suggest a woman in my life. Am I divorced? Gay? Valid questions. Either way, there's no sign that children live here. No toys, no pictures of kids on the wall or mantle, nothing. And the place is way too clean. Kids make a mess of everything. Yep. Especially when they start chewing gum. Oh, he's a teacher for sure.
Yeah.
Just that line. Especially when they start chewing gum. They all go through a gum phase. At least a lot of them do. And they leave it everywhere. How do I know that?
How do I know?
I like kids.
Hey, yo, sir.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo, sir.
Hey, whoa. I like kids. Huh. Just a feeling. But I like them. They're cool. They're fun to hang out with. So I'm a single man in my 30s who lives alone in a small apartment. I don't have any kids, but I like kids a lot. I don't like where this is going. I'm a teacher. I'm a school teacher. I remember now. Oh, thank God I'm a teacher.
Like, thank God I will not be catching any cases today. We're back. We're back.
Longest chapter 3.
We're awful. We're immediately checking how long the chapters are.
No, that's not. Wait, I'm missing a page. Okay, there it is.
I did this and I did not count.
35 or 34 to 54. So 20 pages.
Yeah. Chapter 3. All right, I said, looking at the clock. We have 1 minute until the bell.
Wait, pause. Sorry, I'm really hungry.
Girl!
I want the last of my honey barbecues. Continue.
You know what that means. Lightning round! Help my
Lightning
seats.
round!
Life had changed surprisingly little since the announcement about the Petrova line. The situation was dire and deadly, but it was also the norm. Londoners during the Blitz in World War II went about their day as normal, with the understanding that occasionally buildings get blown up. However, desperate things were, someone still had to deliver milk. And if Mrs. McCready's house got bombed in the night, well, you crossed it off the delivery list. Oh my God.
He's such a nerd, but he's so dark.
Oh my gosh. So it was that with the apocalypse looming, possibly caused by an alien life form, I stood in front of a bunch of kids and taught them basic science. Because what's the point of even having a world if you're not going to pass it on to the next generation, if they survive? The kids sat in neat rows of desks facing the front. Pretty standard stuff, but the rest of the room was like a mad scientist lab. I spent years perfecting the look. I had a Jacob's ladder in one corner. I kept it unplugged so the kids didn't kill themselves. Along another wall was a bookshelf full of specimen jars of animal parts and formaldehyde. One of the jars was just spaghetti and a boiled egg. The kids speculated on that one a lot. Gracing the center of the ceiling was my pride and joy. A huge mobile.
I say mobile.
Okay, that was a model of the solar system. Jupiter was the size of a basketball, while Mercury was as small as a marble. It had taken me years to cultivate a rep as the cool teacher. Kids are smarter than most people think, and they can tell when a teacher actually cares about them as opposed to when they're just going through the motions. Anyway, it's time for the lightning round. I grab a fistful of bean bags off my desk. What is the actual name of the North Star? Polaris, said Jeff. Okay, Jeff, thank you. Correct. I threw a beanbag at him. Before he even caught it, I fired off the next question. What are the 3 basic kinds of rocks? Igneous, sedentary, and metamorphic, yelled Larry.
Okay, who just went on a name generator? And went, that'll do.
He was excitable, to say the least. So close, I said. Igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic, said Abby with a sneer. Pain in the ass, that one, but smart as a whip. Yes, I threw her a beanbag. What wave do you feel first during an earthquake? The P wave, Abby said. You again? I threw her a beanbag. What's the speed of light? 3 times 10 to Abby began. C! Yelled Regina from the back. My name is Regina George. Anyways, she rarely spoke up. Good to see her coming out of her shell. Sneaky, but correct. I checked her a beanbag. I was answering first, Abby complained, but she finished her answer first, I said. What's the nearest star to Earth? Alpha Centauri, Abby said quickly. Wrong, I said. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. Anyone else? Oh, Larry said. It's the sun. Right, I said. Larry gets the beanbag. Careful with your assumptions, Abby. She folded her arms with a huff. Who can tell me the radius of Earth? Trang? Trang?
Trang, yeah.
Raised his hand. 3,900. Trang, Abby said. The answer is Trang. Trang froze in confusion. What? I asked. Abby preened. You asked who could tell you the radius of Earth. Trang can tell you. I answered correctly. Outsmarted by a 13-year-old. Wasn't the first time. I dropped a beanbag on her desk just as the bell rang. The kids leapt from their chairs and collected their books and backpacks. Abby, flushed with victory, took a little more time than the others. Remember to cash your beanbags at the end of the week for toys and prizes, I said to their retreating backs. If my science teacher did that, I would absolutely be getting smacked in the face with a beanbag.
Oh, yeah.
I cannot catch.
My math teacher used to do that.
My 3rd grade math teacher, whenever I would fall asleep in her class, had a water bottle that she would spray me with. That little shark top on it and everything.
He had like a ball that
I
had.
steal.
There's like barely any left, but
I can't even reach. I just want one chip.
he had like my math teacher in like 6th grade had like this like beach ball that had like math problems written on it, and you had to stand in a circle and throw it and solve whatever it landed on. You had to solve it.
Oh my goodness. Where was I? Oh, soon the classroom was empty, and I'm shedding all over this book. And my hair is everywhere. Soon the classroom was empty, and only the echoing sounds of children in the hallway suggested any evidence of life. I collected their homework assignments from my desk and slipped them into my valise. Valise?
Where are you?
Dog.
I don't know, Dallas?
Valise. Something like that. 6th period was over. Time to hit the teacher's lounge for a cup of coffee. Maybe I'd correct some papers before I headed home. Anything to avoid the parking lot. A fleet of helicopter moms would be descending on the school to pick up their children. And if one of them saw me, they always had some complaint or suggestion. I can't fault someone for loving their kids. And God knows why. And God knows we could do with more parents being engaged in their kids' education. But there's a limit. Ryland Grace, the name is finally said.
We found him.
We found him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
We got him. Ryland Grace, said a woman's voice. I looked up with a start. I hadn't heard her come in. She looked to be in her mid-40s, wearing a well-tailored business suit. She carried a briefcase. Also, why is Ryland's name more unique than any of his children's names?
You mean
Larry?
Jeff, Larry?
Chef? The only one is Trang.
Yeah.
That was a unique name. Yeah, I said. Can I help you with something? I think you can, she said. She had a slight accent. Something European. I couldn't quite put my finger on it. My name is Eva Stratt.
Oh, good. The accents are coming out.
Yes, they are. I'm with the Petrova Task Force. There's a task force now.
It's a task force.
The what? God, this is already bad. The Petrova Task Force. It's an international body set up to deal with the Petrova line situation. I've been tasked with finding a solution. They've given me a certain amount of authority to get things done. They? Who's they? Every member nation of the UN. Wait, what? How did... Unanimous secret vote. It's complicated. I'd like to talk to you about a scientific paper you wrote. Secret vote? Never mind. I shook my head. My paper writing days are over. Academia didn't work well for me. You're a teacher. You're still in academia. Well, yeah, I said, but I mean, academia, with scientists and peer review, and I'd also get you kicked out of your university. She raised an eyebrow. And who got all your funding cut off and ensured you never got published again? Yeah, that. She pulled a binder out of her briefcase. She opened it and read the first page. An analysis of water-based assumptions and recalibration of expectations for evolutionary models. She looked up at me. You wrote this paper, yes? That's a complicated name. Lord. I'm sorry. How did you get a dull title? But very exciting content, I have to say. I set my God, valise
I'm gonna say valise
on my desk. Look, I was in a bad place when I wrote that, okay? I'd had enough of the research world, and that was sort of my, kiss my butt goodbye. I'm much happier now as a teacher.
Bless you.
Excuse me, some indigestion hit me like a truck. She picked a few. She flipped a few pages. You spent years combating the assumption that life requires liquid water. You have an entire section here called "The Goldilocks Zone is for Idiots." You call out dozens of eminent scientists by name and berate them for believing a temperature range is a requirement. Yeah, but your doctorate is in molecular biology, correct? Don't most scientists agree that liquid water is necessary for life to evolve? They're wrong. I crossed my arms.
Imagine a grown man in his 30s going, "You're wrong."
There's nothing magical about hydrogen and oxygen. They're required for Earth life, sure. But another planet could have completely different conditions. All life needs is a chemical reaction that results in copies of the original catalyst. And you don't need water for that. I closed my eyes, took a deep breath, and let it out. Anyway, I got mad and I wrote that paper. Then I got a teaching credential, a new career, and started actually enjoying my life. So I'm glad no one believed me. I'm better off. I believe you, she said. Thanks, I said, but I have papers to grade. Can you tell me why you're here? She put the binder back in her briefcase. You are aware of the Arclight probe and the Petrova line, I assume. I'd be a pretty lame science teacher if I wasn't. Do you think those dots are alive? She asked. I don't know. They could just be dust bouncing around in magnetic fields. I guess we'll find out when Arclight gets back to Earth. It's coming up, right? Just a few weeks from now? It returns on the 23rd, she said. I'm sorry, Roscosmos will recover it from low Earth orbit with a dedicated Soyuz mission. What are these words? I nodded. Then we'll know soon enough. The most brilliant minds in the world will look at them and find out what they're about. Who's going to do that? Do you know? You, she said.
Oh, lucky you.
You're going to do it. I stared blankly. She waved her hand in front of my face. Hello? You want me to look at the dots, I said. Yes. The whole world put you in charge of solving this problem, and you came directly to a junior high school science teacher. Yes. I turned and walked out the door. You're lying, insane, or a combination of the two. I have to get going now. This is not optional, she said to my back. Seemed optional to me. I waved goodbye. Yeah, it wasn't optional. When I got back to my apartment, before I even got to my front door, 4 well-dressed men surrounded me.
It's the Men in Black.
The Men in Black.
Quick check if they see you.
They showed me their FBI badges and hustled me into one of 3 black SUVs parked in the complex parking lot. They kidnapped him. They snatched him.
My poor guy. Then he got violated by those dudes.
Poor
guy.
In fairness, he did decide to just flop out and violate himself with some tubes. After a 20-minute drive where they refused to answer any of my questions or even speak to me at all, they parked and showed me into a generic-looking business park building. My feet barely touched the ground as they led me down an empty hallway with unmarked doors every 30 feet or so. They're just dragging this man. Like, straight up picked him up by
I'm
the
surprised I don't have
arms.
like a bag over his
I
head.
know. Finally, they opened a set of double doors at the end of the hall and gently nudged me inside.
After dragging you down the hallway.
After not even dragging, just picking him up and just carrying
His feet are just kind of like kicking
Yeah.
in the air. And then they open the doors. They're like, there you go.
There you go. Unlike the rest of the abandoned building, this room was full of furniture and shiny high-tech devices. It was the most well-stocked biology lab I'd ever seen. And right in the middle of it all was Eva Stratt. I forgot how I said her name. Eva Stratt. Hello, Dr. Grace, she said. This is your new lab. The FBI agent closed the door behind me, leaving Stratt and me alone in the lab. I rubbed my shoulder where they had manhandled me a little too hard. I looked at the door behind me. So, when you say a certain amount of authority, I have all the authority. You have an accent. Are you even from America? I don't know how to do a Dutch accent.
Oh,
I don't know how to do a Dutch accent. So I'm just gonna
just stick with it.
yeah. I'm Dutch. I was in I'm Dutch. I don't know how to do that kind of accent.
I'm Dutch.
I'm Dutch. I was an administrator at ESA, but that doesn't matter. Now I'm in charge of this. There is no time for slow international committees. The sun is dying. We need a solution. It's my job to find it. She pulled up a lab stool and sat down. These dots are probably a life form. The exponential progression of solar dimming is consistent with the exponential population growth of a typical life form. You think they're like eating the sun. Well, that's horrifying. Eating the sun. I wonder if it's tasty. I wonder what it tastes like.
It's probably warm.
Spicy.
Spicy.
Why is it spicy?
I think the sun would be pretty spicy.
Yeah. They're eating its energy output, at least, she said. Okay, that's, well, terrifying. But regardless, what the heck do you want from me? The Arclight probe is bringing the samples back to Earth. Some of them might still be alive. I want you to examine them and find out what you can. Yeah, you mentioned that earlier, I said. But I have to believe there are more qualified people to do this than just me. Scientists all over the world will be looking at them, but I want you to be the first. Why? It lives on or near the surface of the sun. What does that sound like a water-based life form to you? She was right. Water simply can't exist at those temperatures. After about 3,000 degrees Celsius, the hydrogen and oxygen atoms can't stay bound to each other anymore. The surface of the sun was 5,500 degrees Celsius. Do not ask me what that is in Fahrenheit. I do not know. She continued, the field of speculative extraterrestrial biology is small, only 500 or so people in the world, and everyone I talked to, from Oxford professors to Tokyo University researchers, seemed to agree that you could have led it if you hadn't suddenly left. Gosh, I said. I didn't leave on good terms. I'm surprised they said such nice stuff about me. Everyone understands the gravity of the situation. There's no time for old grudges. But for what it's worth, you'll be able to show everyone you are right. You don't need water for life. Surely that must be something you want. Sure, I said. Yeah, but not like this. She hopped off she was on a stool?
She's on a stool the whole time?
And headed to the door. It is what it is. It is what the sun is dying. We need you. We've just kidnapped you and we need you to inspect alien life forms. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Be here on the 23rd at 7 p.m. I'll have the sample for you. What? I said, it'll be in Russia, won't it? I told Roscosmos to land their Soyuz in
Saskatchewan.
The Royal...
I don't know why I know that.
Why do you know that and you don't know any of the other words? The Royal Canadian Air Force will recover the sample and bring it directly here to San Francisco via fighter jet.
Wow.
Fighter jet.
Fighter jet.
The U.S. will allow the Canadians to use the U.S. will allow the Canadians use of the airspace. Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
Well, it was a question, so.
I thought you were asking me if
No!
Oops.
Saskatchewan?
Might be.
Soyuz capsules, a launch from Baikonur Cosmodrome, which is at a high latitude. The safest landing locations are set at the same latitude. Saskatchewan is the closest large flat area to San Francisco that meets all the requirements.
I love it's like the more you get frustrated by reading these big words, you lose the accent. She just sounds just American.
Listen, I held up my hand. Wait, the Russians, Canadians, and Americans all just do whatever you tell them? Yes, without question. Are you joshing me with all this? Get accommodated to your new lab, Dr. Grace. I have other things to deal with. She walked out the door without another word. Are you joshing me?
Are you joshing
Are
me?
you joshing me?
I'm gonna look at you and say that from now on. Sorry, that was me. That was me.
I know, I'm being absolutely eviscerated. I'm getting so many.
My life
notifications.
360.
I think some people in the sorority have found the Instagram.
Wait, ours?
Yes.
Wait, how?
I don't know, but Jamie's liking our posts.
That's amazing.
Then she followed us. Anyway, flashback over. Yes! I pumped my fist. I jumped to my feet and climbed the ladder to the lab. Once there, I climbed that ladder and grab hold of the mystery hatch. Sounds like something in Mickey Mouse.
The mystery Muscatool.
Just like last time, as soon as I touch the handle, the computer says to unlock hatch.
To unlike hatch.
State your name. Ryland Grace, I say with a smug smile. Dr. Ryland Grace. A small click from the hatch is the only response I get. After all the meditation and introspection I did to find out my own name, I wish there'd been something more exciting. Confetti, maybe? I grab the handle and twist. It turns. My domain is about to grow by at least one new room. I push the hatch upwards. Unlike the connector between the bedroom and the lab, this hatch slides to the side. This next room is pretty small, so I guess there wasn't room for the hatch to swing in. That next room is LED lights flick on. The room is round, I wonder why. Like the other two, but it's not a cylinder. The walls taper in toward the ceiling. It's a truncated cone. What is that?
Truncated?
Truncated cone? Where is he? We're going back to our diagram.
Oh, wait, yeah. Oh, wait a minute.
Okay, so he's here now. He's in the cone. He's in the cone at the top underneath the Beatles.
Underneath the Beatles.
I see. So he started here. He went up there. Now he's there.
Intriguing.
All right. I've spent the last few days without much information to go on. It's been days?
I thought I just woke up like a few hours ago.
I thought this, because it said day 1, meal 1, and day 1, meal 2. How many days has it been?
How much food does he have?
Oh,
bless you.
I'm so sorry.
She said, excuse me.
Excuse me. Now information assaults me from every direction. Assault.
Technology.
Every surface is covered with computer monitors and touchscreens. The sheer number of blinking lights and colors is staggering. Some screens have rows of numbers. Others, I'm sorry, I need to readjust myself. I'm getting twitchy. Ouch. I'm like, hey. Some screens have rows of numbers, others have diagrams, and others just look black. On the edge of the conical walls is another hatch. This one is less mysterious, though. It has the word airlock stenciled across the top, and the hatch itself has a round window in it. Shut up.
Didn't say anything.
You giggled, though. Through the window, I can see a tiny chamber, just big enough for one person, with a spacesuit inside. The far wall was another hatch. Yep, that's an airlock. Really?
You don't say.
Really. And in the center of everything is a chair. It's perfectly positioned to be able to reach all screens and touch panels easily. I'm like biting the inside of my cheek. Hold on. I climb the rest of the way into the room and settle into the chair. It's comfortable, kind of a bucket seat. Pilot detected, the computer says. Angular anomaly. Pilot. Okay. Where is the anomaly? I ask. Angular anomaly. HAL 9000, this computer is not. I look around at the many screens for a clue. The chair swivels easily, which is nice in this 360-degree computer pit. I spot one screen with a blinking red border. I lean in to get a better look. Angular anomaly. Relative motion error. Predicted velocity 11,423 kps. What does that mean?
I don't know. Kilometers per second?
There we go. That's probably it. Measured velocity.
I'm so smart.
11,000. Don't lie. 11,872 kilometers per second. I'm just saying from past reading experiences.
Oh, yeah.
Status, autocorrecting trajectory. I never said I was smart. Autocorrecting trajectory. No action required. Well, that means nothing to me, except KPS. That might mean kilometers per second. But we should just, stop asking questions and just read the book.
We should just listen to the scientist.
Above the text is a picture of the sun. It's jiggling around slightly. Maybe it's a video, like a live feed, or is that just my imagination? On a hunch, I touch the screen with 2 fingers and drag them apart. Sure enough, the image zooms in, just like using a smartphone. There are a couple of sunspots on the left side of the image. I zoom in on those until they fill the screen. The image remains amazingly clear. It's either an extremely high-resolution photo or an extremely high-resolution solar telescope. We love that good HD. I estimate the cluster of sunspots is about 1% the width of the disk. Pretty normal for sunspots. The science, man. I have no idea. That means I'm now looking at half a degree of the sun's circumference. Very rough math here. Bruh. The sun rotates about once per 25 days. Science teachers know this sort of thing. I think it's more than that, sir, but okay. So it should take an hour for the spots to move off the screen. I'll check back later and see if they have. So, if so, it's a live image. If not, it's a picture. 11,872 kilometers per second. Velocity is relative. It doesn't make any sense unless you are comparing 2 objects. A car on the freeway might be going 70 miles per hour compared to the ground, but compared to the car next to it, it's moving almost 0. So what is that measured velocity measuring the velocity of? I think I know. I'm in a spaceship, right? I have to be. So that value is probably my velociraptor.
Velociraptor.
Velociraptor. It's the velociraptor.
Blue's on board with us.
Clever girl.
Clever girl.
Clever girl.
Please don't slide.
So that value is probably my velocity. But compared to what? Judging by the big old picture of the sun over the text, I'm guessing it's the sun. So I'm going 11,872 kilometers per second. I'm gonna smack you. I'm gonna smack you.
The computer at the desk is moving.
With respect to the sun. That was not me. I thought I hit something and it started rolling. I catch a flicker from the text below. Did something change? Angular anomaly. Relative motion error. Predicted velocity. 11,422 kilometers per second. Measured velocity. 11,871 kilometers per second. Status. Autocorrecting trajectory. No action required. Those numbers are different. They both went down by 1. Oh, wow. Hang on. I pulled the stopwatch from my toga. The best ancient Greek philosophers always carried stopwatches in their togas.
I think you might need to go back to history.
Then he's too deep in the science. Then I stare at the screen for what seems like an eternity. Just before I'm about to give up, The numbers both drop by 1 again. I start the timer. This time, I'm ready for how long the wait will be. Again, it seems interminable, but I stand firm. Finally, the numbers both drop again, and I stop the timer. 36 seconds.
That says 60, babes.
66 seconds! It's been 2 hours, okay? It's been 2 hours of trying to read science. And then the unfortunate situation of him rocketing a catheter out of his penis, okay? I'm trying my best. Anyways, 66 seconds. Measured velocity is going down by 1 every 66 seconds. Some quick math tells me that's an acceleration of 15 meteors
15 meteors per second. Y'all better strap in. This ride's about to get bumpy.
Christ. 15 meters per second. That's the same gravity acceleration I worked out earlier. The force I'm feeling isn't gravity, and it's not a centrifuge. I'm in a spaceship that is constantly accelerating in a line. Well, actually, it's decelerating. The values are going down. And that velocity, it's a lot of velocity. Yes, it's going down, but wow! To reach orbit, you only need to go 8 kilometers per second. I'm going over 11,000. That's faster than anything in the solar system. Anything that fast will escape the sun's gravity and go flying off into interstellar space. The readout doesn't have anything to indicate what direction I'm going, just a relative velocity. So now my question is, am I barreling toward the sun or away from it? I've got like 50 minutes left. It's almost academic. I'm either on a collision course with the sun or on my way out to deep space with no hope of returning. Or I might be headed in the sun's general direction, but not on a collision course. If that's the case, I'll miss the sun and then fly off into deep space with no hope of returning. Well, if the image of the sun is real time, then the sunspot is getting larger or smaller. Guys, this is so bad. Then the sunspot will get larger or smaller on screen as I travel. So I just have to wait until I know if it's real time. That'll take about an hour. I start the stopwatch. I acquaint myself with the million other screens in the little room. Most of them have something to say, but one of them just shows an image of a circular crest. I think it's probably an idle screen or something. If I touch it, that computer will wake up. But that idle screen might be the most informative thing in here. It's a mission crest. I've seen enough NASA documentaries to know one when I see one. The circular crest has an outer ring of blue with white text. The text reads, Hail Mary across the top and Earth across the bottom. The name and port of call for this vessel. I didn't think the ship came from somewhere other than Earth, but okay. Anyway, I guess I finally know the name of the ship I'm on. I'm aboard the Hail Mary. He said it, guys.
Title reference.
He said it.
Title
because you can
reference.
barely see the project on the title.
Yeah.
You just see Hail Mary. I'm aboard the Hail Mary. Not sure what to do with that information, but that's not all the crest has to tell me. Inside the blue band, there's a black circle with weird symbols inside, a yellow circle with a dot in the middle, a blue circle with a white cross, and a smaller yellow circle with a lowercase t. No idea what any of that is supposed to mean. Around the edge of the black area, it says,
Don't ask me.
That looks like Japanese, and then maybe like Russian?
It's not Russian, because
Not
Russian looks
Russian.
different, but it's also not like Arabic.
Maybe like some kind of like Baltic.
Maybe.
Languages that we do not understand. And Grace, the crew. I'm Grace. So those
Oh
other
my god,
two.
that was their names.
So those other two must be the names of the mummies in the bunks downstairs. A Chinese person and a Russian person. I was right.
It was Russian.
It was Russian. I was wrong about the other one. The other one was Chinese. But a Chinese person and a Russian person. The memory of them is almost at the surface, but I can't quite pull it up. I think some internal defense mechanism is suppressing it. When I remember them, it's going to hurt. So my brain refuses to remember them. Maybe. I don't know. I'm a science teacher, not a trauma psychologist. Hey. So, give us a little lesson.
Psychoanalyzed, man.
Psychoanalyze? It's okay. Well, okay. I wipe my eyes clear. Maybe I won't push too hard for that memory just yet. I have an hour to kill. I let my mind wander to see what else I can remember. It's getting easier and easier. Flashback. I'm not 100% comfortable with all this, I said. My voice was muffled by the full hazmat suit I wore. My breath fogged up the clear vinyl face window thingy. Thank you, Mr. Science Man.
Science Man. The window thingy.
You'll be fine, said Strat's voice over the intercom. She watched from the other side of the double panel, very thick glass. They'd made a few upgrades to the lab. Oh, the equipment was all the same, but now the entire room was air-sealed. The walls were lined with thick plastic sheets, all held together with some kind of special tape. I saw CDC logos everywhere. Quarantine protocols. Not at all comforting. The only entry now was through a big plastic airlock, and they made me put on the hazmat suit before going in. The airline led to my suit from a spool in the ceiling. All the top-of-the-line equipment was ready for whatever I wanted to do. I never seen a lab so well stocked. And in the middle was a wheeled cart holding a cylindrical container. Stenciled writing on the cylinder read something in Russian. Not deeply useful. No idea what that word is because I do not know Russian yet. I'd like to learn it at some point.
Yet, she says.
I would like to learn it at some point for fun. I like learning languages for fun.
It's fair, I'm learning French.
Nice. I'm learning Italian. And I'm keeping up with my German, at least attempting to. Strat wasn't alone in the observation room. About 20 people in military uniforms stood with her, all looking on with interest. There were definitely some Americans, some Russians, a few Chinese officers, plus many more unique uniforms I didn't even recognize. A large international group. None of them said a word, and by some silent agreement, they all stayed a few feet behind Strat. What did she do?
Yeah, who is this woman?
Who is this Dutch woman?
Who is this woman?
And why does she have this much power?
How does she have this power?
She's suspicious.
She is.
She's suspicious.
You don't fully trust.
I do not fully trust her. I grabbed the air hose with my gloved hand and gestured to Strat with it. Is this really necessary? She pressed the intercom button. There's a very good chance the sample in that cylinder is an alien life form. We're not taking any chances. Well, you're not taking any chances, but I am. It's not like that. How is it not like that? She paused. Okay, it's exactly like that. I walked to the cylinder. Did everyone else have to go through all this? She looked at the military people and they shrugged at her. What do you mean by everyone else? You know, I said, the people who transferred it to this container. That's the sample container from the capsule. It's 3 centimeters of lead surrounding a shell of centimeter-thick steel. It's been sealed since it left Venus. There's 14 latches you'll need to open to get to the sample itself.
Lord.
Christ. I look at the cylinder, back to her, back to the cylinder, and back to her. This is some bullpucky. What is bullpucky? I've never heard that. It must be San Francisco. Must be Californians. They must say. I guess they say.
Considering the one person who I knew was watching this right now.
Is he from California? Oh!
He's from more around LA.
Sorry, forgot you were from California. Do you say bullpucky?
I don't think so. She's not from San Francisco.
Well, it could be. I don't know. Does he know anyone from San Francisco?
I don't know. I'm sure we could find someone.
Sure, we could find someone, ask them if they say bullpucky. Where was
Where are you?
Okay, look at the bright side, she said. You'll be forever known as the You'll be forever known as the man who made first contact with extraterrestrial life. If it even is life, I mumbled. I got the 14 latches open with some effort. Those things were tight. I vaguely wondered about how the arc-light probe closed them in the first place. Must have been some kind of cool actuated system. That's right. Actuated? Sure. Yeah. The inside wasn't impressive. I didn't expect it to be. My nose is just so bad, I'm sorry. Just a small, clear plastic ball that appeared to be empty. The mysterious dots were microscopic, and there weren't very many of them. No radiation detected, Strat said through the intercom. I shot a glance at her. She watched her tablet intensely. I took a good long look at the ball. Is this under vacuum? No, she said. It's full of argon gas at 1 atmosphere of pressure. The dots have been moving around the whole time the probe was returning from Venus, so it looks like the argon doesn't affect them. I looked all around the lab. There's no glove box here. I can't just expose unknown samples to normal air. The entire room is full of argon, she said. Make sure you don't kink your airline or rip your suit. If you breathe argon, I'll suffocate and won't even know it's happening. Yeah, okay. Oh. I didn't know that was a thing. I took the ball to a tray and carefully twisted it until it came apart in 2 halves. I placed one half in a sealed plastic container and mopped the other half with a dry cotton swab. I scraped the swab against a slide and took it to a microscope. How many more pages we got?
54.
2, 3, 2.5 per. 3.5, 2.5 pages left. Ugh.
You can do it.
Hey.
Hey.
I thought they'd be harder to find, but I'm sorry, this entire thing is just me moving around.
I think I shifted it once.
I need to move.
Fidgety.
I'm fidgety. I thought they'd be harder to find, but there they were. Dozens of little black dots. And they were, indeed, wriggling around. You recording all this? From 36 different angles, she said. She said, I got cameras.
She said we get all the angles.
Yes.
HD.
That was so suspicious sound.
HD. 4K.
I adjusted the focus and tried various... Oh, wait, I skipped something.
What?
Sample consists of many round objects, I said. Almost no variance in size. Each appears to be approximately 10 microns in diameter.
Oh, there's a comment. It says it's slang for saying nonsense or BS.
Thank you, California, dude. Thank you, Jordan. We love you. I've lost my place again. Hold on.
I don't even know where you are.
Oh, it each appears to be approximately 10 microns in diameter. I adjusted the focus and tried various intensities of backlighting. Samples are opaque. I can't see inside, even at the highest available light setting. Are they alive? Strat asked. I glared at her. I can't just tell that at a glance. What do you expect to happen here? I want you to find out if they're alive, and if so, find out how they work. That's a tall order. Why? Biologists worked out how bacteria works. Just do the same thing they did. That took thousands of scientists 2 centuries to work out. Well, do it faster than that. She makes me mad. I know the world is dying, but give the man a minute. Or at least give him a team.
You did kidnap him.
You kidnapped him. Forced him to look at all this. And now you getting mad you ain't doing it fast enough? Girl, Don't pin me
Calm
off.
down.
Don't PMO. Tell you what, I pointed back to the microscope. I'm going to get back to work now. I'll tell you anything I work out when I work it out. Until then, you can all enjoy some quiet study time. I spent the next 6 hours doing incremental tests. Oh my goodness. Over that time, the military people wandered out, eventually leaving only Strat by herself. I had to admire her patience. She sat in the back of the observation worm.
What did you just call that?
I said observation worm.
The back of the observation worm. It's like Tremors.
The back of the observation.
Giant worm.
Yes. Observation room and worked on her tablet, sometimes looking up to see what I was doing. I perked up as I cycled my way through the airlock and into the observation room. Got something? She asked. I unzipped the suit and stepped out of it. Yeah, a full bladder. She typed on her tablet. I hadn't accounted for that. Hadn't accounted for that? What do you mean? I hadn't accounted for that. I'll get a bathroom installed inside the quarantine area tonight. It'll have to be a chemical toilet. We can't have plumbing going in and out. At this point, just let me pee in the corner. Just pee in the corner of the room.
Give me a bucket.
Give me a bucket. Fine, whatever, I said. I hustled off to the facilities to do my business. When I returned, Strahd had pulled a small table and 2 chairs to the center of the observation room. She sat in one of the chairs and gestured to the other. Have a seat. I'm in the middle of... Have a seat. I took a seat. She had a commanding presence, that's for sure. Something about her tone of voice or her general confidence level, maybe. One way or another, when she spoke, you just kind of assumed you should do what she said. I mean, fair enough, she did kidnap you. Like,
She
first
said, it's
meeting.
not a choice.
It's not a choice. First meeting, already kidnapped him. What have you found so far? She asked. It's only been one afternoon, I said. I didn't ask how long it's been. I asked what you found out so far. Girl, don't be. I scratched my head. After hours in that suit, I was sweaty and presumably smelled bad. It's weird. I don't know what those dots are made of, and I'd really like to know. Is there some equipment you need that you don't have? She asked. No, there's everything a guy could hope for in there. It just doesn't work on these dots. I settled back into the chair. I had been on my feet most of the day, and it was nice to relax for a moment. First thing I tried was the X-ray spectrometer. It sends X-rays into a sample, making it emit photons, and you can tell from the wavelengths of the photons what elements are present. And what did that tell you? Nothing. As far as I can tell, these dots just absorb X-rays. The X-rays go in, and they never come out. Nothing comes out. That's very odd. I can't think of anything that does that. Okay. She took some notes on her tablet. What else can you tell me? Next, I tried gas chromatography?
Chromatography.
Okay. Chromatography. That's where you vaporize the sample and then identify the elements or compounds in the resulting gas. That didn't work either. Why not? I threw up my hands. Because the darn things just won't vaporize. That led me down a rabbit hole of burners, ovens, and crucible furnaces that turned up nothing. The dots are unaffected at temperatures up to 2,000 degrees Celsius. Nothing. And that's odd? It's crazy odd, I said. But these things live on the sun, at least some of the time. So I guess having a high resistance to heat makes sense. They live on the sun, she said. So they're a life form. I'm pretty sure they are, yeah. Elaborate. Well, they move around. It's plainly visible through the microscope. That alone doesn't prove they're alive. Inert stuff moves all the time from static charge or magnetic fields or whatever. But there is something else I noticed, something weird, and it made the pieces fall into place. Okay. I put a few dots under a vacuum. Under a vacuum and ran a spectrograph. Just a simple test to see if they emit light. And they do, of course. They give off infrared light at the 25.984 micron wavelength. That's the Petrova frequency, the light that makes the Petrova line. I expected that. But then I noticed they only emit light when they're moving. And boy, do they emit a lot of it. I mean, not a lot from our point of view, but for a tiny single-celled organism, it's a ton. And how is that relevant? He'll get to that. Calm down.
She's so impatient.
I know. I did some back of the napkin math, and I'm pretty sure that light is how they move around. Strat raised an eyebrow. I don't follow. You're asking all these questions you can't keep up, man. Come on.
Get it together.
Get it together. Locked in.
Log in.
Believe it or not, light has momentum, I said. It exerts a force. If you were out in space and you turned on a flashlight, you'd get a teeny tiny amount of thrust from that. I didn't know that. Now you do. And a teeny tiny thrust on a teeny tiny mass can be an effective form of propulsion. I measured the dot's average mass at about 20 picograms? Picograms?
Don't look at me.
Cheese.
Cheese.
I said G's, not
I
cheese.
said cheese. I was like, what does cheese have to do with
Oh
this?
my gosh. That took a long time, by the way, but that lab equipment is awesome. Anyway, the movement I see is consistent with the momentum of the emitted light. She set her tablet down. I had apparently accomplished the rare feat of getting her undivided attention. Is that something that happens in nature? I shook my head. No way. Nothing in nature has that kind of energy storage. You don't understand how much energy these dots are emitting. It's like getting to the scales of mass conversion. E equals mc squared kind of stuff. These tiny dots have more energy stored up in them than remotely makes sense. Well, she said, they did just come from the sun, and the sun is losing energy. Yeah, that's why I think it's a life form, I said. It consumes energy, stores it in some way we don't understand, then uses it for propulsion. That's not a simple physical or chemical process. That's complex and directed. Something that must have evolved. So the Petrova line is tiny little rocket flares. Probably. And I bet we're only seeing a small percentage of the total light coming off that area. They use it to propel themselves to Venus or to the sun, or both. I don't know. Point is, the light will go away from their direction of travel. Earth isn't in that line, so we only see the light that reflects off nearby space dust. Why do they go to Venus? She asked. How do they reproduce? Good questions. Ones I don't have answers for, but if they're single-celled stimulus/response organisms, they probably reproduce through mitosis. I paused. That's when the spell?
The spell?
The spell.
That's when the spell takes.
That's when the
takes
cell
effect.
splits in half to become two new cells. Yes, I know that, thank you. Yes, I know that much, thank you. She looked to the ceiling. People always assumed our first contact with alien life, if any existed, would be little green men and UFOs. We never considered the idea of a simple, unintelligent species, which, in fairness, I feel like would be the most...
Yeah, likely.
That would be the most likely. That's probably the only thing we'll ever get.
Yeah, that's the most likely scenario.
Yeah, I said, this isn't Vulcans dropping by to say hi. This is space algae. Ooh, I like that name.
I do too.
Space algae.
Space algae.
An invasive species, like cane toads in Australia. Cane toads in Australia. What did the toads do?
What did the toads do?
Good analogy, I nodded. And the population is growing fast. The more of them there are, the more solar energy gets consumed. She pinched her chin. What would you call an organism that exists on a diet of stars? I struggled to remember my Greek and Latin root words. Okay.
I actually do know someone who's taken Latin.
Okay. I would like to, again, it's something I would like to do at some point.
It helps with like medical terminology.
I just want to do that for fun. I just want to do it for fun.
You want to be able to go like, I can speak Latin.
Yes, precisely. I struggled to remember my Greek and Latin root words. I think you'd call it astrophage. Astrophage, she said. She said. She typed it into her tablet. Okay, get back to work. find out how they breed.
Flashback
over. I forgot the word. Astrophage. The word alone makes all my muscles clench up. A chilling terror that hits like a lead weight. That's the name. The thing that threatens all life on Earth. Astrophage. Imagine you're minding your business and then you learn that space algae is threatening your entire world.
Yeah. Because it thinks the sun is like a spicy Dorito.
Spicy Dorito.
It's a ghost pepper chip.
It's a bag of Takis.
It's a bag of Takis. It's a ghost pepper chip. They're doing the one chip challenge.
I think they're doing a little bit more than the one chip challenge. I think they're doing like...
They got more than one chip.
Yeah. I glance at the monitor with my zoomed-in image of the sun. The sunspots have moved noticeably. Okay, it's a real-time image. Good to know. Wait, I don't think they're moving at the right speed. I checked the stopwatch. I was only daydreaming for 10 minutes or so. The sunspots would have moved a fraction of a degree, but they're halfway off the screen. Way more than they should have moved. I pulled the tape measure from my token. Where is he storing all of these things?
Yeah.
How is he storing all of this in his token?
He like wrap it around in a little kangaroo pouch. And he's just like, it's like a Mary Poppins bag.
Kangaroo.
He's just pulling out more science equipment. He says he has to check his inventory. He's like, wait, I might have that.
I zoom out the image and actually measure the widths of the sunspot cluster on the screen. No more rough estimates. I want real math here. The solar disk is 27 centimeters on screen, and the sunspots are 3 millimeters.
Man, I don't want real math.
And they moved half their width, 1.5 millimeters, in 10 minutes. Actually, it was 517 seconds, according to my stopwatch. I scribbled some math on my arm. The math is coming for us.
The back of the napkin math.
At this resolution, they're moving 1 millimeter every 344.66 seconds. To cross the entire 27 millimeters, it would take... To cross the entire 27 centimeters, it would take... Scribble. Just over 93,000 seconds. So it'll take that long for the cluster to cross the near side of the sun. It'll take twice that long to get all the way around. So 186,000 seconds. That's a little over 2 days. Over 10 times faster than the rotation should be. This star I'm looking at, it's not the sun. I'm in a different solar system. And I think
I was about to say
that might be a stopping point.
Oh my goodness. What's a way to... I've lost... There's my bookmark. What's a way to leave off?
So we'll be on chapter 4 when we come back. And I don't have anything next Friday night. So we could just read for longer.
Yeah.
Because mind you, it's like halfway through the month. And we still have to get through all of that. Hopefully, by the end of the month. We'll try our best. Maybe we should have done a bi-weekly or a bi-monthly read. We'll figure it out. We can do this because next Friday, I don't have to be anywhere by like 8. So we can just read for like 5 hours.
Yeah, if we really wanted to.
Yeah. But
let's take out a huge chunk of this.
Yeah. Because we have, how many Fridays do we have? I think it's just 2
I
more.
also don't have...
We have 2 Fridays left. We can do this.
Yeah.
We can do this. Yes, we can. Be confident. Because if we're not doing anything, we can just sit here and read.
Yeah, and I don't have one of my classes on Friday.
I still am booked until like 4:30, but you know, we don't have anything at night. We do stuff at night.
I can't.
I'm sorry.
On live stream?
You can't see him. Anyways, thank you, California dude, for joining. Thank you for telling us what that one phrase was. Ferrari.
Yeah, there you go. There's
bullpucky.
Yeah.
Thank you for telling us what that means.
I haven't heard that you have. Look at that.
We learned so much science today.
You may have learned some science. I just learned that I can't pronounce big words.
I struggled a lot too, so you're fine. But yeah, we're ending the stream here. Thank you for coming.
Yes.
we'll see you next Friday at 5, where we will be here for a lot longer, hopefully getting through a lot more
We'll talk
of
about
the book.
more afterthoughts once we get a little farther.
Yeah.
Because right now it's just mainly science terms.
Right now, it's mostly just science.
Yep.
This is only going to get worse
Well, I
the
know.
longer we go.
The farther we get into
Science
the
land.
semesters too.
It's fine. It's fine. We got this. And other months, we won't be starting in the middle of the month. We'll be starting at the beginning.
Yes.
We got this. We've been wanting to read this book for so long that I fully bet we can finish it in 2 more days.
Honestly, probably.
Because I'm getting into it. Like, I'm invested.
I am too.
I like the
My
character.
thing is also I read fast.
Yeah.
When I do my chapters, so.
Like,
I like to
I'm
read
invested. I read as fast as I can. I'm trying to make it a little bit dramatic. I read as fast as I can when I'm not stumbling over 2 words every 5 seconds. But I'm invested. I like the main character. I think he's funny.
He's such a nerd.
Nerd. You're just like pointing the book.
Nerd.
We're gonna go to the movies and you're gonna look at Ryan Gosling. You're just gonna go nerd.
It's just gonna start with like a scene of like his face and just him like opening his eyes and be like nerd.
Nerd. She's gonna bully him.
I will.
She's gonna bully Ryan Gosling.
I will. I bully characters in books. So
You bully everything.
it's a hobby.
I'm a professional bully.
I'm a professional.
Thank you. But we'll see you next Friday. Thank you for coming. Bye-bye.